When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homake.
Welcome to one of the biggest nights of the year in Iowa high school basketball. It is the Civil War, this time 3.0, as Waukee Northwest, the Wolves, come to the Waukee Fieldhouse to take on the Waukee Warriors. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening for one of the best nights that we can remember. Obviously, you and I were together back on December 6th when these two teams met, and it was Waukee Northwest who took both victories. The Wolves have beaten Waukee in every game so far here on the basketball level since the two schools split. But something feels different tonight when you've won that many times in a row. Though be it two, Waukee's got a lot to play for tonight.
Yeah, and it's two teams that are kind of going in opposite directions right now. Before that loss on Tuesday night, Waukee had ripped off 4 straight wins. Northwest on the other side, they've lost 5 straight, 6 of their last 7, and a disappointing loss for them on Tuesday against Southeast Polk, holding a double-digit lead before eventually falling to the Rams, who are even without Brooklyn Daly and still mounted a comeback behind some very strong play on the wing.
Waukee in their last 5 games, 3 of the last 5, but they've been improving. A loss to number 4 ranked Valley at the time by 12, and then they rattled off an upset win against Southeast Polk. They beat Ankeny, they beat Indianola, and then they lost to Dowling Catholic, but Dowling looking to be one of the top teams. They're going to be really strong here. They play Johnston tonight. That could be a possible upset on the girls' side. Waukee is getting better, and ever since they got Emily Sorensen back, they've been getting better from the get-go. Like you said, Waukee Northwest slipping just a little bit, but man, they still got playmakers. Sadie Moss could give Waukee troubles down low tonight.
Yeah, and she's had a great run of games. Had that scoring kind of taper off a little bit in the last match against Southeast Polk, but last Friday night we saw a 20-point double-double for her, and just an impressive game against Johnston, a team that is, without a doubt, the number 1 team in the state the last 2.5 years running.
Waukee gives up 49 points per contest. Waukee Northwest scores only just 44 per contest. So we expect a somewhat low-scoring game. Waukee had a chance to win this game back on December 6th. They kind of rallied back a little bit after an early deficit, but lost the ball with the final possession. And it was Waukee Northwest who came away with the victory. And like you said, ever since then, both teams have kind of been on a different path. Another thing we got to talk about, Tyler, this place is almost sold out already. It is technically sold out. They sold out almost 4,000 tickets in 5 minutes the other day. It's going to be full. These girls, this is the biggest atmosphere they will face unless they get to the state tournament. Talk about that.
Yeah, once we get to state, you'll see, Wells Fargo Arena is going to fill up pretty well. But yeah, it's a great thing to see between two very strong teams. We mentioned that both teams under 500, but the CIML is such a tough place to play with teams like Johnson, Dowling, Southeast Polk. Those are 3 of the top 10 teams in the state. And, you're playing those teams every single game. So records do not show how talented a team is in this league. And the opportunity is really there to present yourself in a winning type atmosphere that you can play in the toughest of circumstances.
Waukee ranked in the latest polls at 14. They are 6-8. Waukee Northwest dropped out. They are 4-8. It's a whiteout for the Warriors, a blackout for the Wolves, and a sold-out crowd tonight on January 20th for one of the best nights of basketball we've seen this season. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for your opening tip-off and starting lineups and more. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors, and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Waukee Fieldhouse here in Waukee, Iowa. Blake Walker, Tyler French here with you this evening on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee versus Waukee Northwest. The rivalry continues, a good crosstown rivalry. These two teams split these two schools split just a couple of years ago. Waukee Northwest and Waukee. We're in for a good one tonight, Tyler. A sold-out crowd. Everybody continues to file in. The doors opened at 5 o'clock, and there were already kids lined up all the way out the door. This is going to be one of the top environments, and it feels like you just don't see this a lot in Iowa high school basketball.
Yeah, you might have seen this back in the days of,
Harrison Barnes, maybe.
Yeah, Harrison Barnes, the Ames Cyclones. And, there are matchups that you will see kind of fill out like that in big, number one, number two matchups. But to see it come down to the girls' game where two teams have kind of been struggling over the last month or so outside of the 3-game run by Waukee, it's great to see, not just for what we're going to see in the boys' game, but it's great for these girls that have played their hearts out all season as well, and great for the game of girls basketball to be getting some recognition as well.
It's going to be whoever comes away with tonight's win would go far in their season. I know they're still kind of looking at pairings. We're still waiting for pairings to come out. But not only are pairings happening, but you're trying to improve your seed as you head toward the postseason.
Yeah, and with both these teams, they've kind of been sitting in that top 10, top 15 most of the year, that this could be a playoff matchup we see. We know we probably won't see it in boys basketball just because of the fact that those are likely two teams are going to be on opposite side of the brackets because they want them to meet in the state tournament if they're going to meet at all.
We have got a fun night of basketball ahead. About a minute left on the clock. Both teams are finishing up their warm-ups. And we will just get ready to go here for our starting lineups and then eventually the opening tip for Waukee and Waukee Northwest. And like we said, it's going to be a great night of basketball. We appreciate everyone for tuning in this evening. Couple little quick facts to run by Waukee, averaging 50 points per contest. Waukee Northwest 44. Warriors giving up pretty much 50 points per contest. Northwest gives up 48 per contest. Both teams shooting 28% from the three-point line. Both pretty even in the field goal percentage category. Waukee 38, Waukee Northwest 35. And like we said, expect it to be probably upper 40s, mid-50s type of game.
The last game was a 51-50 final score. Can't get more consistent than that, really.
Gotta love when the statistics follow through. There are a lot of people here. There's a lot of news crews here. This is the mecca of Iowa high school basketball, and it's right here at Waukee High School. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer for our pregame festivities, and we'll meet you right back here for our opening tip.
Special night of basketball here in Waukee. Now to honor America
can you turn my
and
headphones
those
up a little
who
bit?
have served along with their families. We ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as we turn and face the flag.
75 years, Holt Service Trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. National Anthem has been played. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer for our starting lineups.
We're purchasing the rally towels for tonight. Our guests tonight make the trip from across town. They bring with them their fans and student section. They are the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And the home team, complete with their own fans and students dressed in white. They are the Waukee Warriors. It's time to introduce our starting lineups. First for the Wolves. At guard, a 5'5" senior, number 2, Kiela Madison. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Megan Lons. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 14, Lucy Vandergrohl. At forward, the 5'9" freshman, number 24, Avery Boats. And at forward, the 6'1" junior, number 34, Sadie Moss. Assistant coaches, Sherry Gass, Ben Dewey, and Marty Seibert. Your head coach, Chris Gass. And now the starting lineup for your Waukee Warriors. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number
early starting lineups have been set. Waukee Northwest. The girls' side going to get started here right on time. Started about 6 o'clock, give or take. What do you expect tonight? I mean, both these teams, the atmosphere here is unbelievable. This place is shaking. I can't imagine what it's going to be like on the floor.
I feel like you're going to have some nerves out there. We saw it a little bit in that game back in December where both teams kind of made some mental mistakes down important stretches, and it's really who can make the least amount of mistakes and make your opponent pay. It's pretty cut and dry. That's kind of cliche to say, but sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason.
Sophia Hope will jump for Waukee. Sadie Moss will jump for Northwest. It is a sold-out crowd tonight here in Waukee. The girls are on tap first. Here we go. We're off and running here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Waukee in all white with purple trim. Northwest in all black with blue trim. Let's play some basketball. Madison for three from the wing, and it goes in.
Kayla Madison's been doing that a lot lately, getting off to quick starts. The biggest thing is going to be consistency. Her last 2 games, she's had first big halves, but after that, she's struggled to get into the scoring column.
That ball is ripped away. Good job by Avery Vogt. And a quick turnover for the Warriors to start. Madison tried to get it to a cutting Megan Lands down low, and Lands could not get to it. Sophia Hope in there to rake it up.
That last play by Avery Vogt, though, she has grown so much just in the last couple of games, just her 4th start of her career, but 4 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of big assists in that game on Tuesday night. She has grown a lot, especially defensively.
Sadie Moss tried to get it to a cutting Madison. Could not get it there. There's another turnover this time on the Wolves, and the Warriors will bring it back up. Hauk all the way, rolls it in.
Kirsten Hauk, so important to what the Warriors like to do offensively, able to get in the middle of the paint. No one steps up to take her shot away, and she gets an easy basket.
Madison at the wing. 3-pointer at the top. That off the backboard will not go, and Emily Sorensen grabs the rebound. Emily Sorensen playing in her 11th game overall, 10th game started, did not play to start to the season because of that knee injury. She's got a brace on that left knee. They try to go down low to her, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds, and it will be Waukee basketball.
Very differing opinions on both sides of the floor with these two crowds.
The student sections are filled to the brim, all the way up against the back wall for both schools. Waukee brings a little bit more, but their rally towels sure do look neat. 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Just getting rolling here between Waukee and Northwest. Hope on the baseline. 6 seconds on the shot clock. She'll go back up top. Drive to the lane by Williams. It won't go. Knocked away. Here comes Northwest. Madison kicks outside. 3-pointer rattles out. Moss on the rebound. She'll go back up strong and won't go. The Warriors push back the other way.
You're going to see Sadie Moss try to attack the boards a lot tonight. She's been doing it consistently, picking up a couple of double-doubles over her last 5 games.
Good defense by both teams so far. A 3-2 start. Both teams struggling offensively. Peters hounded in the corner by Vogt. 7 seconds on the shot clock. That's knocked out of bounds, and that is going to be Waukee basketball again, but 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Sadie Moss listed at 6'1", might be a little generous on the height listed, but she has got a wide wingspan and long arms. One of the reasons she's one of the top shot blockers in Central Iowa.
3, 2, 1 on the shot clock. Hauk fires up a prayer to go.
We saw her hit one from half court in that matchup at Northwest. Nothing really surprises me anymore with her range.
She was in here before everybody started filing in, and everybody kind of looked at her where she was warming up without shoes on, and we're like, oh, that's interesting. Slide across the floor, but something must be working. 5-3 start for Waukee. Hauk has all 5 for the Warriors.
And in the half court, this is where Northwest struggles a little bit. You see Josie Vanderkroll able to put a nice drive on there, but not a lot of dribble penetration in their offense.
Sophia Hope takes it away from Moss. Hope on a stop and go, and I think she's going to get called on a travel. Nope, she'll get the jump ball, and it will go to Waukee. Hope got caught up. She had another girl streaking. Take a look at the replay on Kirsten Houck's long three-pointer.
And that's about as good of a defense as you can play while outside of blocking a shot. It's just a good defense, better shot type situation.
6 seconds. Again, a low shot clock here. Maranzalo is on the floor for Waukee, the talented freshman. The officials are going to talk about something here.
Make sure to purchase your $2 raffle ticket.
They're going to give 30 seconds back on the shot
I was going to say, I don't think they reset the shot clock after the turnover, because that was not 20 seconds for them to get down.
Looks like they're just going to reset it back at 30. And Waukee's Houck will throw in underneath. 4:46 to go here in the first quarter, just getting going. Hope in off the inbound. And the Warriors trying to set up their offense. Hope down low, turns, and rolls in.
Did a good job using her body to shield that shot away from the outstretched arms of Sadie Moss and being able to get a clean look off at the same time.
7-3, Warriors on top. Madison hounded by Houck. Madison goes into the lane. Tough shot, won't go, out of bounds. It will be Waukee basketball.
And like I mentioned earlier, this team doesn't have a lot of dribble penetration, but the big thing is Kayla Madison is one of the few people that can get into the paint. Not always the best finisher, and kind of showed it there, throwing up a little bit of a wild shot in amongst all the trees.
Mara Yokiel with it, or comes in, I should say, for Waukee. Houck brings a double back outside to Sophia Hope. Yokiel all the way, gets blocked from behind by Moss. Good defense by Sadie. Sadie will then try a floater for two, won't go. Gets her own rebound though. They'll swing it back outside. Three-pointer rattles in and out. Good attempt though by Megan Lands.
Lands in her last game, 17 points, hit I believe 5 3-pointers in that one. Had a huge stretch that helped Waukee Northwest get back into the game against Southeast Polk on Tuesday night.
Kirsten Houck will go to the line. She gets fouled going up for two. Houck, a 74% free throw shooter coming into tonight's contest. She has 5 of the 7 points, make it 6 of the 8.
Substitutions for the Wolves.
And just a junior, her and Emily Sorensen play what seems to be similar basketball. Sorensen's just a sophomore. So Waukee's got some talent coming up through the grapevine and getting valuable minutes like they did last year. 8-3 Waukee.
Ashley Brown coming to the game, doesn't meet the ball here, ends up in an easy turnover going back the other way.
Yokiel stopped, gets it back over to Zalo. They'll go back down low to Hope. Hope on Moss. Soft glass.
Sophia Hope, such a versatile player for these Warriors, able to take it off the dribble even at 5'11", can step outside and shoot a little bit as well.
It's a good matchup between her and Moss. That is for sure. Madison at the wing. She goes back over to the corner to Barnes. Quick movement. Lons up and good. Or excuse me, that was Josie Vanderkroll.
Quick first step for Vanderkroll, allowed to get past the defender, and a nice finish at the rim, even over an outstretched hand.
Breaks the 10-0 run by Waukee. And a reach-in foul on Ashley Brown.
One of the major places Brown really needs to improve is in picking up those fouls. She's gotten in foul trouble. She fouled out, I believe, on Tuesday night and fouled out in that game against Waukee back in December.
Just a freshman for Northwest is Brown. 10-5 in favor of the Warriors. Closing in 2.5 to go. Houck got bumped again. Hope down low. Off glass again. Sophia Hope shot 6.
They're running Hope off screens, and it's allowed her to create some separation for Moss. Right there, a great back screen set for her. She's able to roll to the rim. Josie Vanderkroll, a solid defensive player, but she was not going to be able to get in that way of that shot.
Speaking of Vanderkroll, she had a great play off the backdoor cut. She's able to break away from 2 defenders. That's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Northwest basketball.
And that was good defense by Houck, being able to get a hand on that one. Well, 2 hands, really. to tie that one up. And honestly, if she had just kept her hands out, it might have ended up in a travel, actually.
Out of bounds. Hope touches it. Intended for Moss. Another substitution. Chloe Hayes checks in for Sadie Moss.
Moss struggling a little bit to start this game out on the offensive end, has missed a couple shots and getting beaten defensively. Not something we're used to seeing from her.
Madison breaks away for 3. It's off the front iron. And Hauk with the rebound. The Warriors will push. Sorensen gets it stripped away. Nice play by Vanderkroll. Back the other way. Now Madison will try her luck, but she gets blocked by the freshman Zalo. Madison tries again. She gets blocked twice. Marin Zalo with back-to-back blocks. Northwest trying to get something going here on offense. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock.
I really think the pass from Josie Vanderkroll well late on that possession, and really they should have spaced it out a little bit because that defense was able to collapse back. But Vanderkroll has had a lot of energy early, and that's been big for Northwest, trying to get back within a couple scores.
Hard take to the basket by Chloe Hayes. She gets fouled, and she will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Wolves. Northwest trying to recover from a slower start here. Chloe's first rattles home.
Chloe Hayes, a versatile athlete for Northwest, has more of a guards game, but the height of a post player, she's able to step outside a little bit, and a big member of the Northwest volleyball team as well.
Well, coming into tonight, Chloe Hayes had only hit 1 free throw. She just hit 2 there to get it back within 5.
Her minutes have kind of waned as the season has gone by. And I think Hope was trying to go backboard again on that one.
She has that good step-back move, that's for sure. Hayes got caught up. They'll go back outside to Barnes for 3, and she airballs.
Beautiful pass out by Ashley Brown, and that's one you've got to hit if you're Norray Barnes.
Waukee student section going to let her know. Got a good look, though. 12-7, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Hope left wide open to the basket. Up and in off the glass. She has got 8.
Second time she's been able to do that. And third time we've seen them get great penetration. Someone's got to step up and take a charge on that.
Hope averages 10 per contest. She's well on her way to pass it. That one's ripped away by Zalo. No need to rush. Shot clock is dead for Waukee. And Hauk will hold at the logo. 16 seconds to go. Couldn't ask for a better quarter if you're Waukee. Forcing a couple turnovers. They go back down to Hope, and it's knocked back away. Hayes lost it on the way up, and we are going to have a jump ball. It's going to go back to Waukee. A couple transition problems here for Waukee Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest this time getting the good pass off from Ashley Brown. But Hayes has got to go up with that immediately. You can't hesitate when you're on a fast break.
Hauk tried to go all the way and got bumped, no foul, and that will do it for the end of the first quarter. 14-7, Waukee on top of Waukee Northwest. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Attention, kindergarten through 2nd grade.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Waukee Fieldhouse here at Waukee High School and the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee leads 14-7 here
All right, fans,
as we hit the second quarter. Kirsten Hauk with 6, Sophia Hope with 8. Only 2 scores for Waukee that they haven't needed anymore. It seems like they got everything figured out. A couple things for Northwest they can improve on.
Yeah, Northwest, the defense up and down there. You get a couple great turnovers. They don't lead to the transition baskets you had hoped for, but they allowed a lot of dribble penetration. Both Hauk and Hope able to get to the rim for a couple baskets each.
Transition has not been friendly to Waukee Northwest. Seems just a little delayed on a couple things, like you said it best. That late pass, those late, decisions, got to be up on those.
Even if you miss the shot when you're in transition, you've got to attempt something. You can't waste an opportunity like that. Because a lot of time, you're either going to get the shot up and clean, or it's going to be a foul.
Shot block.
Zalo once again with the block. She has 3 blocks tonight, and poor Kiela Madison has been the victim of all 3 of them. And once again, both teams taking a lot of time off the shot clock. It's getting a workout tonight.
And I don't think it's intentional at all. I don't think they're trying to slow the ball down. Both defenses have just been hounding opposing ball handlers.
Northwest brings a little bit of a press. Waukee goes all the way down the floor, and that one is knocked away. Miranda Peters tried to go up strong with it.
Sadie Moss seeing the blocks on the other side, the side she wants in on the action, her second of the night.
Moss still held scoreless tonight. That one taken away. Zalo back up to Hauk, and Hauk will wait. Nope, Sophia Hope on a trailer. And that ball is knocked wide, cannot be saved in time.
Yeah, wild pass from Hope. You had both Peters and Hauk there, and she threw it in between the 2 of them.
A little overzealous by Waukee. They'll try to get things straightened up. Waukee led by Danny Franklin, Valparaiso star, played at Cedar Rapids, Washington. Young coach, but man, she's got a talented roster. She's looking for her first win in this rivalry. Would go a long way. Madison for 3, won't go. She hit her first 3, has not been able to get much going ever since. There's a foul down low.
Freshman on freshman on that one. And Zalo, she got a clean block, but the body contact was enough to draw the whistle.
Zalo very gritty. It's not like she's that tall, but man, she is going to fight for the ball. She doesn't shoot a ton, but when she does, it seems like she can put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, 10 made threes this season. Not a bad thing for a freshman center.
First free throw is missed by Avery Vogt. Avery, the freshman, still scoreless tonight, looking for her first points.
And even in limited minutes to start the season, she's had a pretty good penchant for getting to the free throw line. 19 attempts coming into tonight's game.
She'll try her luck again here. And is able to knock that one down. So Vogt is in the scoring column. Northwest brings more of a press, trying to catch Waukee off guard. Hope stops, gets it up, Sorensen. Yes!
Sorensen, 41% from downtown. That's someone you've got to mark when that team is coming down, even into the half court.
And since she's come back, it just feels like there's a little bit different vibe for Waukee. She was a big missing piece for them to start their season, and now they're starting to put a couple things together. 17-8 Waukee. Hope all the way. She's been hot tonight. That time she won't get it to go.
Yeah, much better defense that time from Sadie Moss as she slid with her step for step, and Hauk wasn't able to get a clean look off.
Was it this game that we had about 50 jump balls last time? Am I crazy? Because it's about
we're well on our way again.
It's about the same thing tonight. A lot of jump balls. It's Waukee ball now. 5:51 to go here in the quarter. A lot of contact on that near side. We're going to get a foul on Megan Lawns.
It's interesting the foul went against Lawns. She was the first one to hit the ground off of kind of a little bit of a moving screen.
It's a rivalry game. You expect a little bit of aggressiveness on both sides, especially when one team's pressing, when we've seen here. So, and for Waukee, you got to play on the northwest side pretty much with their student section there. That three-pointer is long missed by Hauk. Northwest will push.
Vanna Billick's another player that has really started to come into her own as a freshman this year. Great defense and a good box out to grab that board, and someone who can step out and shoot quite a bit. And going to be exciting to watch her continue to grow as the years go on.
Both teams have their fair share of freshmen that can get the basket or get the points they need for their teams. There's a strong take to the basket, up and in by Avery Vogt.
Speaking of freshmen,
she's got all three this quarter for Northwest.
And I think with the young talent both these teams have, it really shows how exciting it's going to be moving forward, too. You got some good seniors on both sides, especially with Miranda Peters for Waukee, and on the other side, you've got 3 big ones in the 3 captains, in Barnes, Blondes, and in Madison. But there's some young players that are going to continue to come into their own. This freshman class on both sides is extremely impressive.
This game will be competitive on the girls' side for many years to come. That's a good thing for us. Sorensen backs down. High off the glass, will not go. Moss, guys, for the rebound. Nice play.
And Moss is the type of player that when she's not scoring, she does not let it affect her game. And it's showing it right here. 4 boards already and a couple of blocks.
I like the take to the basket by Vogt, but Sophia Hope with the block. Hauk, she'll try to go baseline. Fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, this should be a reach-in on Kayla Madison. Got a little too handsy with Hauk driving. And that'll be second on Madison. A little bit of foul trouble here early on.
That's 5 fouls already on Waukee Northwest. So Waukee had just committed 2 so far. And with 4:34 to go in the first half, Kirsten Hauk, who had 6 in the first quarter, makes it 7 off the free throw.
Substitutions into the ballgame. Josie Vanderkroll, number 14 for the Wolves.
Vanderkroll checks back in. She had a couple good minutes there in that first quarter.
Defense has done a better job here in the second quarter, kind of focusing in on Hauk and on Hope, as those are the first 2 points from either of them here about halfway through the second quarter.
Hauk sinks both from the charity stripe. Waukee leads by 9. Madison free for 3, and it rattles home. Second three-pointer of the game for Madison.
When she's able to get open, set her feet, she's going to be one of the most dangerous shooters. And, the 28% that she's been showing from downtown does not really dictate how good of a shooter she truly is.
Miranda Peters took a difficult shot there on the sideline and missed it. Good rebound by Northwest. Trying to cut into the lead. That one ripped away. Good hands by Peters.
Poor pass. You cannot allow a bounce pass like that on the outside. And it leads to a turnover. And just as you got it back to 2 possessions, an easy basket the other side.
Waukee leads 21-13. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. Waukee leads Waukee Northwest 21-13. Take a look at the beautiful passing here. How back down low to Miranda Peters, up and in off the glass. 21-13, Waukee leads.
Yeah, and it all started with the turnover. Like I said, it's kind of a lazy pass. You cannot have a bounce pass like that on the outside. If you're going to bounce pass on the outside, it's got to be hard and strong. Otherwise, that's going to be an easy takeaway going back the other way and led to another basket.
It's been all Waukee here to start. Warriors looking good. But Northwest led early in that first match on December 6th, and Waukee came back, couldn't quite finish the job. Anything can happen in these rivalry games. Northwest trying to get something to go. They go down low to Moss. It's ripped away. Good defense by Waukee.
Yeah, it was a good front by Zalo in the post. That's a pass that's got to be over the top a little bit to try and give some run towards the basket. Moss did a great job of pushing the defender up the paint a little bit, but they were not able to get a good enough pass in.
Hauk hounded at the top of the key. Zalo able to save it out of bounds. Kirsten wants to go all the way and loses it on the way up.
Another good reach-in by Kayla Madison, something that she's gotten much more comfortable with over the second half of the season. Quick hands on players, especially ones that are bigger than her, that she's been able to get a hand and knock a ball away.
It's like you said, she is going to be so impressive the rest of the season. And I mean, you talk about teams that can be dangerous in the playoffs. Northwest could be one of those teams, get hot at the right time. And you got players that are scrappy like Madison. Boy, it makes it tough. Missed long shot there by Northwest. Waukee comes back the other way.
And Madison, not the tallest player out there standing. She's listed at 5'5". I think she might be closer around 5'3", but she can play with the best of them, and She's got a penchant, likes to kind of float out a little bit further beyond that three-point line, and has been hitting some shots like that over the last couple of weeks.
Hauk falls down, lands out of bounds, and it will be Waukee Northwest basketball. Sophia Hope back into the basketball game, and out goes Gentry Williams. Hope has 8, all in the first quarter, and they were pretty much all the same exact shot, just off glass. And some nights she's on, some nights she's off, but Waukee's got to be happy tonight. She's on to a great start.
Northwest has got to find a way to try and get Sadie Moss going. She's not as demanding of the ball as we've seen over the last couple of games, but they got to find some, whether it's a post-up or just hitting her in transition. Normally, she's gotten a couple opportunities at this point in the game in transition, but they've not been able to find her.
That was a great quick first move by Ashley Brown, and she's rewarded by going to the free throw line after being fouled by Sophia Hope with 2:08 to go.
2 big free throws trying to push this back to a single or 2-possession game. And, it might be after 6 o'clock, but the bank is open here in Waukee. We just saw.
She kind of shrugs. She's like, well, I guess that works.
You'll take any point you can get in a rivalry game like this.
Absolutely. It's Waukee's 3rd foul of the night. Waukee Northwest has 5. She hits back iron on her 2nd, and Sorensen skies for the rebound. 21-14, 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Competitive first half between these two rivals. Sophia Hope left open for 3. No. The rebound, though, come right back to Zalo, and she turns around and puts it in.
And that's a tough matchup for Neri Barnes. She's given up about 4 or 5 inches there on that matchup, and I really like the idea from Moss letting Hope be able to step out a little bit, gives you your shot blocking presence still inside. But Zalo able to get a good follow on that missed shot.
Ooh, foul on the baseline. I think they're going to get Miranda Peters on it. Yes, they are. So they'll just throw in from underneath.
It's been a relatively clean first half. We saw Northwest start to pick up those fouls about halfway through the quarter, but they've been able to hold just at that 5 over the last 3 minutes of game time.
1:25 to go here in the first half. Josie Vanderkroll checks in. She will be the one to throw in. Madison checks out there on your screen. Moss had it for a second. Zalo knocks it out. They're going to give it to Waukee. So it must have been enough contact that just barely hit off of Moss. And that will give the Warriors back the basketball. And Moss is asking the official what could she have done. There will be a timeout on the floor. We'll see how long they want to take, and it'll be a 30-second timeout for Coach Franklin. 23-14 here. Tightly knit basketball game, but turnovers seem to be one of the big difference makers in this one, it feels like.
And I think it's taking advantage of the turnovers as well. Also, I think they gave the point to Waukee and not Northwest on the banked free throw.
I'm not sure. I think we still had it 23-14. I'm not sure.
Because I swear it was an 8-point game when she went to the free throw line.
I'll have to check on that, I guess. They'll probably check when we get to halftime here, but nonetheless.
Yeah, turnover has been a big thing. The difference, though, Waukee has been converting when they get down low on those transition plays. With Northwest, they've had a couple opportunities, a couple bad passes, and some indecisions have led to turnovers going back the other way or poor shots.
Hauk doubled, got to do something with it, and Franklin calls another timeout. Another 30-second timeout. I'm sure Coach Franklin was trying to figure out how to go against the press, and then they get caught up against the press again. But that's Coach Guess. I mean, that's what he does. That's why he's a state championship coach. He knows what to do in these type of situations.
Yeah. I'm looking at how these scoring has gone. It should be 22-15. But
surprised nobody from Northwest has said anything. Well, it remains 23-14 here. Let me see if mine 3-6-9 or 3-6-8, 9, 11, 13. I got 14, so maybe I missed something. I don't know. So 23-14, as it says
6-3, so 9, 11, 13, 14. But I don't know. Maybe I missed a point somewhere.
1:05 to go. That pass is lobbed down inside and misses the target. Here comes Barnes back the other way. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Vanderkroll waiting for somebody to get open. This Moss. She'll back down on Zalo, and she gets caught. Good defense by Waukee. Back to Moss in the post. She'll go around, off glass. Beautiful job by Sadie Moss.
Yeah, that quick step, able to get through the defense, splits a couple of defenders as she gets to the rim. I was kind of surprised we didn't see her drop step back to the other hand because she is the natural lefty. As
Moss
we see the left hand.
Sends it right back against Hauk. 25 seconds to go. Shot clock is dead. Northwest looking for a quick score. They go back down to Moss. She saves it. Sadie's doing everything here in this final minute.
She got to find a way to get her the ball with Hauk on her down low.
10 seconds to go. Northwest looks like they just want to hold for the last shot. Baseline drive, up and under move, won't go. Peters grabs the rebound, and that will do it for the end of the first half. Competitive first half. 23-16, Waukee leads over Waukee Northwest. We will take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Waukee and Northwest Student Council.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go.
So can your car, so to get a free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. We are at halftime here in the girls' game. 23-16. Waukee leads over Waukee Northwest. Turnovers have been the name of the game here so far, and converting off turnovers, Waukee has done better. You know, looking at the scoring, nothing too crazy. Hauk and Hope lead Waukee with 8 apiece, and then Kiela Madison leads Northwest with 6. For both teams, not just Northwest, who's losing. What have both teams got to do better, do you think, here in the second half?
I think for Northwest, we've seen a lot of block shots from Sadie Moss and created some turnovers, and they shorted this up quite a bit in the second quarter, but the dribble penetration was a huge thing. On offense, crisper passes. You got to find a way to get the ball down low. When Kristen Hauk is the lone defender between Sadie Moss and the rim, I don't care if you turn the ball over. You got to get her the ball. You've got to find someone. There was a play too that you do a ball fake over the top and one quick bounce pass, she's got a basket down low, and it's a 5-point game going into halftime.
Now, one thing Waukee Northwest did do better in the second quarter, Sophia Hope, who has 8, did not score in that second quarter, and it seemed like Moss started to figure it out. And now that you say it, it does make sense that Sadie Moss has been the key factor here. so far. That's been at least the biggest part. For Waukee, offensively, they're hitting shots. They cooled off just a little bit there after a 14-7 start in the quarter. What do they got to do?
I think it's kind of just continuing to find your open shots. They haven't really taken a lot of bad opportunities, and even the turnovers, a lot of them are just made off good defensive plays. That may not continue for the Northwest defense. They're taking smart shots. They're continuing to hit the glass. The big thing is they've been keeping Northwest off the offensive glass, and that's got to continue for them. Sadie Moss is someone that really can get after it, rebounding the basketball. She had 5 or 6 of them in the first half, but only 1 on the offensive end. A lot of the offensive rebounds we saw were off those block shots where Zalo or Hope got a piece of the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, across the board, both teams are doing a good job spreading the wealth. Waukee has 5 girls in the scoring column, and Waukee Northwest has 6 in the scoring column, but Northwest, they're a low-scoring team in general, so they're going to have to get a little bit of above-average scoring if they're going to want to come into this. Let's take a look at the block here before we head back to break. As Sadie Moss, that last minute kind of turned into Super Saiyan mode here at the end, and this is a take by Hauk to the basket, and Moss just sends it right back. Northwest.
I was going to say, and one of the big things for Sadie Moss, she doesn't go for a swat. She goes for more of a grab, which is going to keep the ball inbounds, and you're able to get the ball back to your team.
She's a smart basketball player. You'll see more of her, Northwest, and the Waukee Warriors when we come back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee leads 23-16.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow.
Losing track of time. Finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. We're here live at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. We are at halftime, 23-16. About, well, they say 2 minutes left in the half, but Waukee still hasn't come out of their locker room yet, so they might add a little bit more time. Warriors lead on top of Waukee Northwest. The Warriors dropped this one to the Wolves earlier this season in a last-second, wasn't really a last-second stop, or last-second shot, last-second stop by Waukee Northwest, but the Warriors trying to turn around. Waukee has not beaten Waukee Northwest yet in this rivalry. That goes for the boys' side as well. And speaking of the boys' side, we still got a little bit more to go. What are you most fascinated about when we look ahead to the boys' game here later tonight?
I mean, it's got to be the actual matchup between Price Sanford and Omaha Beloit. The first time Price Sanford had the ankle injury, Omaha dealt with foul trouble, so we really only got to see maybe 50% of what that matchup has to offer. But Kate Kelderman stepping up huge in Sanford's injury, and it makes you wonder what that game is going to be like because neither team were at full strength for that contest.
Should be an interesting one. That one comes up just after the conclusion of this one. Don't forget to stay in between games. We got our first ever CISN game break show that will happen in between games tonight. And then we'll get you back right going for the boys game between Waukee and Waukee Northwest. 23-16 is your score here. There's Sophia Hope warming up. She's got 8 all in the first quarter. She was held quiet in the second. Let's take a look at scores, shall we? Kirsten Hauk with 8. These are all unofficial. Miranda Peters with 2. Emily Sorensen with 3. Sophia Hope with 8. And Lauren Zalo with 2. I got Madison for 6. Vanderkool with 2. Ashley Brown with 1. Chloe Hayes with 2. Avery Vogt with 3. And Sadie Moss with 2. Those are all unofficial as we go about this evening. Waukee Northwest trails by 7, but that is a very manageable deficit for a Waukee Northwest team that can get hot. They have struggled. They've lost 6 out of their last 7. Waukee's won 3 out of their last 5. They're both coming off losses, obviously. Waukee dropped to Dowling Catholic, and Waukee Northwest dropped to Southeast Polk. But it's like we say, the CIML, you play a ranked team almost every single night.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got 2 ranked teams that are both under 500 in the top 15, that just shows the strength of schedule that both these teams sport. And, you know, those couple losses for Northwest, Southeast Polk, Johnston, Valley, Dowling, all teams that are potential state tournament teams as we get closer to that in just over a month.
It is a gauntlet. State tournament is going to be a gauntlet. A lot of good teams in the CIML. Can't forget about the others out east, out west. That one on a three-pointer is blocked by Waukee. Good start for the Warriors. And Waukee will bring it back.
Yeah, Northwest hasn't gotten a chance to really get Megan Lons going. Unfortunate after the big game for her on Tuesday night, 17 against the Rams.
Sophia Hope, 8 in the first quarter, quiet in the second. She'll hand off to Gentry Williams. She's been quiet tonight. Sophomore without a score. Williams on the side. She'll go back outside to Hope. And Sophia goes up for 2 and misses everything. Tough shot. Northwest tries to push too far out of bounds on a transition attempt. Transition has not been kind to Waukee Northwest tonight.
And a couple of them, you know, they've had opportunities, 2-on-1 fast breaks. And that one, that's an easy pass down the sideline.
That one is knocked out. Northwest gets a lucky break. They will get the ball right back. A lot of jump balls there in that first half. No team made it to the bonus, but we did see a couple fouls, and Waukee Northwest was close. Madison has 2. That's pretty much the most anyone's got.
And we'll see if foul trouble continues to creep up. Madison with 2, and then Sophia Hope with 2 as well.
23-16, Moss. She had a good end of that first half. She's only got 2, but she's made a big difference.
And a nice drive there by Vogt. Picks it up right at the second hash mark. And I want to see as she continues to grow and develop as a ball handler to look to turn that corner and go to the rim. Try and force them to foul you.
Vanderkool thought about a 3. She'll go baseline instead and put in the short little 2-pointer.
And a great decision there by Vanderkool. Not the most consistent 3-point shooter, but she's got a great jumper from about 10 to 15 feet. And get in the middle of the paint, you're going to have a much better opportunity there.
Gentry Williams from the wing. She didn't like it when she let it go, but that was a height advantage down low for Sorensen. Hope for 3. That won't go. Rebound falls into the lap of Avery Vogt. And Northwest comes back the other way. Moss, good positioning down low. Up and good for 2.
And just like that, some nice crisp passes, good decision making. All of a sudden it's a 3-point game and Northwest is right back in this.
And their press has been causing a couple issues. Hope that one goes long behind her. It's able to be saved. Hauk a long 3. That just won't go either.
And I think Hauk was trying to force that a little bit, trying to make another big shot like she has been in both of these games this year.
Sadie Moss for 3. No, that would have been a big shot. Not saved. Williams stepped on the line trying to get rid of it.
Northwest with some energy coming from their student section, which I would hope you would have energy the entire game when you have a student section that size.
23-20. A 4-0 run here by Northwest to start. Good pass down low and 1.
Ivana Billick, great energy off the bench. Nice cut and a better find underneath as she's able to lay it in on an open shot. And for the first basket of the game for Billick, that came with a big chance and opportunity to tie this one up.
Off back iron won't go, and that will be an over the back on Sadie Moss.
You know, I learned this earlier this year. There's actually no such thing as an over the back call
in high school.
Yeah.
So it's technically just a
push.
Push. Well, I assume, take a look at the replay, I assume so much height difference. I think that's maybe one of the reasons. Take a look at the and one again. Boy, this Northwest press, it was starting to figure itself out there at the end of the first half, and now Waukee struggling with it just a little bit more here. Hauk caught up on a double. Got to go to Williams and knocked out of bounds.
Lon's pleading her case, saying that Williams was already on the out-of-bounds line. Obviously, we don't have a good view from up here.
It's hard to see. Coach Guess trying to see if he could get any more info. Nothing going there. Hauk tried to go baseline. Kicked right back out to Sophia Hope. Ooh, thought about a three, but instead goes down low for a good pass, and Madison gets called on a third foul.
And that's a big one. Picking your third foul is bad enough. This early already in the third quarter, wonder if they look to take her out before picking up a fourth here in the next couple of minutes.
I like that play by Hope. Could have easily shot the three. Instead got to a trailing or a streaking Hauk, and Kirsten gets it done at the line, making her first.
It's not too often you see the post going over the top to the guard, but good height for Kirsten Hauk at the point guard spot at 5'9". Taller than a lot of wings and posts you're going to see.
You can always appreciate your posts trying to get those assists. 25-22. Down low to Moss. Good defense by Hope, but Moss still gets it to go off the glass. Beautiful job by Sadie Moss.
Another beautiful decision that you feel the pressure, you don't have your balance, one hard dribble, able to reestablish yourself, get a little bit of a fade, and create some space.
Ooh, Hauk thought about it, getting it down low. Instead, Sophia Hope goes to the basket, gets blocked by Sadie Moss. Sadie is fired up for good reason. She's playing great here in the last couple minutes and leading back to the end of the first half. And Northwest has come right back into this thing.
Yeah, if Northwest is going to complete this comeback and win this game, it's going to be on the back of Sadie Moss, whether it's on the defensive end, making a big stop or two, or...
That is a moving screen. That was easy call. I know Hope's not happy about it, but it was almost like I'll just back into you.
And that's foul number 3 on Sophia Hope, the other side, too.
Even though you're not in the position like you're looking for a screen, you still just can't jump in front and back up. That's exactly what Sophia did. Northwest looking for their first lead since a 3-0 start. Vote in the corner. Back to Madison at the top of the key. Shot clock winding down. Good pass, backdoor by Madison, up and good.
And at first it looked like she was wanting to go over the top to Sadie Moss, but Kayla Madison has played some great minutes here in this one.
Full timeouts. Northwest rallying back, 26-25, they lead.
This is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Take a look at a replay on that beautiful backdoor cut by Kayla Madison to give Northwest the lead on a 10-2 run. Hauk just fell asleep on the backdoor cut.
Yeah, I think she was trying to hedge out on the down screen that Madison was setting on the far side of the court, and Madison read that, ran right to the rim, which a lot of time you don't want your point guard to do when they're trying to set up a high-low look on the other side, but when you're that wide open, and Avery Vogt, good height, able to see over the top and find her on a beautiful pass.
This feels eerily similar to what we saw the first time these two teams met, except flip the script. Northwest led early, and then Waukee rallied back. Northwest ended up holding on for the victory. Waukee looking for their first win over Northwest in basketball in general, both boys and girls. Peters got the rebound. And the Warriors will try again on offense. Half-court sets have just not been that friendly to either team tonight.
And I think one of the big things, if I'm Waukee, I would want to run maybe a couple screen and rolls, see if you can get either Zalo or Hope to either roll to the rim or pop out. Both of them the ability to step out and shoot a little bit. But get Sadie Moss in this pick and roll and get a favorable advantage on your post player.
Peters' back door gets blocked by Moss. A lot of hesitation there by Waukee. It caught him. Moss back the other way. Up over 2 defenders. Won't go.
Moss,
good look.
5 blocks here tonight. 6.6 rebounds.
It's gotten to the point where I think that's why they're hesitant. They don't want to go down low because they know she's down there. But that was a long possession by Waukee. Zalo all the way. Rattles it in. He's got 4. Waukee takes back the lead. 27-26. Vogt. She's been pretty solid tonight off glass.
That's the exact thing I was talking about earlier, that I wanted her to turn the corner, take it to the rim. She's been able to finish more effectively the more experience she's gotten, and I think it's going to be a huge piece of what Northwest wants to do going forward.
What a pass by Kirsten Hauk to Miranda Peters. Peters got fouled.
Wolves fouls on number 24, Avery Vogt.
And that will send Peters to the line to shoot 2 for Waukee.
Miranda Peters to shoot free throws.
Miranda this season 63% from the charity stripe.
One nice thing for both these teams, as still very clean, low foul game, is that only one player on either team really looking at any sort of foul trouble. And Sophia Hope on one side and Kayla Madison there. The problem for both teams is both of those players are exceptionally important to what you like to do.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Peters made her first. Back iron on her second. Hope skies for the rebound and is able to grab it.
And Hope lucky she didn't get called for the travel there, as she walked a couple times before getting that pass off.
Strong take to the basket. Mara Yokio high off the glass and got it to go.
And it looked like she lost it on the gather, but able to recover it, get it high up there, and get it to fall through the net.
What a way to get your first points of the night. 30-28, Warriors back to the lead. Could we trade baskets the rest of the night? You never know. Moss down low. Beautiful play.
And that's exactly what I've been wanting to see from them all night. Ashley Brown able to see over the top and get a pass, leading Moss to the basket.
Moss rips it away. Jump ball. It will be Waukee ball, but that Northwest press continuing to cause trouble for the Warriors.
And the big thing is in the first half, they had Moss dropping back to defend the basket. This half, they are having her at the point of attack in this, and when that first pass comes in, she is trapping in the corner, and with her height and reach, it's tough to get a pass off.
Sorensen, dangerous pass, stolen away by Brown. Moss back the other way. She'll try to get it in over the top, and a tough rebound by Brown back the other way leads to a Madison 3 that misses. Brown's again on the rebound, and Coach Guest says, hey, let's take a break. Let's call a timeout. He's going to take a 30.
How about the work by Ashley Brown on the boards right there, though? The freshman playing some big minutes. Avery Vogt, we've just been talking about how important she's been in this second half for Northwest. Ashley Brown comes in to give her a breather, brings the same energy in making plays.
She was all over the floor, and no matter what, she was not going to let them give the ball right back to Waukee. So 30-30, 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. Things are getting tight between these two. Waukee led 23-16 at the break, but a very impressive quarter put together here by Waukee Northwest. 5 different scorers have scored this quarter for Waukee Northwest.
And the balance, Northwest, Sadie Moss is the heart and soul of this team, game in, game out. But there's no true dominant player on the offensive end. Moss really scores a lot through running the floor well, able to get some putback. She'll make a good post move, but a lot of her stuff is set off assists. And the team has had a lot of balance in the last couple of games, and that's going to be huge for them as they establish themselves here in the second half of the year.
Miscommunication there by Northwest. Right idea. Just missed a little long on the pass. Madison checks out. Vanderkroll checks in. 1:35 to go here in the third quarter.
And good idea. Get Kayla Madison a quick breather here over the next minute 35. Make sure she doesn't pick up that fourth foul and still have a good defensive player coming in Vanderkroll.
What will Waukee do here with this press? Northwest is causing a lot of issues for the Warriors. They go long on a deep pass to Miranda Peters, and that'll be a right back to the Wolves.
One of the big things, I think you've got to have one of your bigs pop up here at center court because they're playing 3 up, and with some of your height now playing up front with Sadie Moss, you've got to bring either one or both your posts up there as an outlet to help your point guard. It's one of the most traditional fast break or press breakers out there, and I think the Warriors really need to go back to the fundamentals with this press breaker.
Waukee tried a little bit of their own press. Northwest gets it across the timeline. They'll set up for offense here. They've been good on a couple backdoor cuts. That's been their bread and butter, it feels like, here in this second half, and it's been working.
Yeah, it looked like miscommunication of who was supposed to cut up through some of the picks set up right there.
Brown down to Moss. She breaks free. 8 points this quarter for Sadie Moss.
Ashley Brown, part of this impressive first-year group for Waukee Northwest, including Avery Vogt and Vonna Billick. The thing, she's not a great scorer yet, but she sees the floor well. She can handle the ball and pass, and she has set up a couple of really nice layups down low.
Hauk, turnaround, won't go. Moss with the rebound. Shot clock is dead. Waukee got it across the timeline that time, but they seem very frustrated.
What have we said over the last couple of years about this Northwest team and Coach Guess the whole? They hang their hat defensively. Another beautiful pass by Ashley Brown.
She has got 10 this quarter. 4-point lead for Northwest. That's the largest of the game.
And 3 assists this quarter as well for Ashley Brown since he came off the bench. Like I said, really orchestrating this offense well. This team doesn't have a lot of people that facilitate well, and they need her in the game to be able to produce like that.
Mariochio loses it, headed to the basket. With 3 seconds left, Northwest will get the ball right back.
And you can tell, right near us, a silent crowd.
That's not a lot to go for here for Waukee. They're going to look for a better quarter in the fourth. This one eventually got away. Lawns, 2 seconds, fires up one at the horn, and it will not go. I feel like she maybe could have pushed it down to court.
Definitely could have taken at least 3 more dribbles before putting a shot up.
Buckle up. We got a good fourth quarter coming. 34-30. Northwest on top of Waukee. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Take a look at the replay. Sadie Moss, 10 points in that third quarter, able to spin off of Mari Yokiel and gets up for 2. She has been really solid here in the late.
Yeah, you knew at some point that she was going to start getting some open shots and knocking them down. You mentioned 10 points in the third quarter. The big thing, Northwest almost doubling their score in that quarter alone and outscoring the Warriors by, I believe, by 11.
Yeah, so outscored them. I got 30, or you got 24-7. That one's on the floor. Jump ball. That will be Waukee basketball. Or, yes, Waukee basketball.
We're continuing to see more and more jump balls.
Number 30, Sophia Hope.
18-7. That's how much they
I was going to say, I don't think 20.
I was doing.
I know they had more than 10 at halftime.
Quick math, trying to look at the game. The Warriors have gone stagnant here on offense, mostly because they really haven't been able to set up offense. Have had a hard time getting across the half-court line. Hope down low, off glass, will not go. Moss with the rebound.
And she has been struggling offensively since that big first quarter. Thought she was going to explode tonight, but Sadie Moss has made it her personal mission to take her out of this ball game.
Had 8 in the first quarter, has gone scoreless ever since. Lawns swings back over to Billick. Now Brown, the freshman, at the top of the key. Brown went all the way off the glass. Ooh, just rattled out.
I think kind of rushed the shot a little bit. You could see her go up a lot quicker than she probably would have liked. Like I said, not the greatest scorer yet, but everything in her game has gotten better throughout the year has gone.
One of that big thing for Northwest on that press, I mean, when you score, you can set up a press. When you don't score, you kind of got to get back. So Waukee, I mean, I know Coach Franklin was probably saying, hey, if we just force some missed shots. Hauk fouled on the way up by Madison. That is 4.
Wolves' foul is on number 2.
Can't afford to lose her.
That is her 4th personal. Team foul number 4.
And I'm really surprised Coach Guest not making the move to bring someone in. At least get her a couple minutes off the bench.
It must be a confidence, clearly.
Oh, there it is.
So Madison will take a sip for at least a little bit, you got to feel.
Talk about the confidence in your team, though. 3 freshmen on the floor in the fourth quarter of a 3-point rivalry game. Make that a 2-point rivalry game.
Yeah, knocks them both down, 34-32.
And Hauk up to 12 points. But since that first quarter, all of her points have come via the free throw.
Hard, strong take to the basket will not go by Billick.
Billick buried herself a little bit on that play and was just too far down low to get a good shot off.
Peters, baseline. That's going to be a long 2. She misses everything. Foul on Hauk. Both girls going for the rebound.
Yeah, I think both players just getting tied up there a little bit. Hauk fighting hard. As she knows her team down by 2, they need something big.
Peters, 3 points tonight for the senior, but in terms of long distance shooting has not been her friend so far. Under 6.5 to go. Moss down low again.
These freshmen are playing so well tonight, and it's not scoring the ball. It is setting up mostly Sadie Moss here in the second half, but just doing a great job playing sound basketball on the floor tonight.
Sadie Moss has 14 unofficially. Brown gets called on the touch foul. Take a look at the replay on the Moss play. I mean, she just gets back behind them, and they just don't see her going. And that's been the problem so far for Waukee.
Which is crazy that you would lose the tallest player on the floor. And I think this is one of the reasons the track team loves her so much explosiveness and athleticism.
Hauk, long 3. Yes! Rattles home.
The first signs of life from this student section in the second half, it feels like, and her first actual basket since the first quarter.
She hit a long 3 there in that first quarter. Like you said, the lead is back to 1.
Can that be the sign of life that Waukee needs to try and get back in control of this one?
Boy, Lons was cutting back door. Nobody saw her. She has it here at the wing now. Waukee just caught off guard here, it seems like, on a couple of these moves. Brown had a chance. She knocked it back out. Josie Vanderkool for 3. That will not go, and Sadie on the rebound.
Like I said, Vanderkool not the greatest shooter, but good hustle by Moss to get the rebound and be able to get a new set on the shot clock for her team.
Well, that time she was that wide open, you almost have to take it. 5 minutes to go. 5-second call.
I think Sadie kind of lost track there.
Nope. Timeout.
But I will keep with my statement. She definitely lost track there.
Yeah, she did. Full timeout. We'll take a break. Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll be back.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest, 36-35, because why not? You know, it's a rivalry game, had to be close. As we expected, Waukee looked pretty good there to start, led 23-16 at halftime. Take a look at the replay that we got coming up for you on the three-pointer by Kirsten Hauk, with Vanderkool right in her face, able to knock it down to bring it within 1.
It was something I talked about when these two teams met up the first time, about stars shine brightest in the big lights.
Yeah.
And that is what we've seen here. In the first half, it was Kirsten Hauk. In the second half, it's been Sadie Moss. Who can make the plays to get their team the lead when it matters the most as we get further and further into this game?
4:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. Who's winning this rivalry here on the girls' side? Northwest won the first meeting on December 6th. Brown wide open for three. No. Hauk hit the floor. That left Brown wide open coming off a screen. Just could not get the shot to go. Waukee with a chance to take back the lead. This is right in Northwest wheelhouse. They only average about 44 points per contest. There's a tough foul on Sophia Hope. That's her fourth. And a very tough hit will send Avery Vogt to the floor, and she's going to be slow to get up. But it's weird to say that, we're in our roundhouse. We only average 40 points a game, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
But says a testament to their defense.
And with Hope leaving the floor, you're going a little bit more undersized with Zalo not out there as well. And moving Miranda Peters down to guard Sadie Moss. Can they take advantage of that in the post?
You know, Coach Guest teams really aren't used to low scoring. You know, when he was with Waukee, a lot of high-scoring offenses as Hauk gets called on the foul. So 6 fouls now for Waukee.
Well, you think about all the D1 talent that came through this Waukee program over the last 10, 15 years. You know, it's no disrespect to any of the players on the floor here, but you don't have a Katie Dinnebear out there. There were players that were at North Carolina and Duke over the last 5 years.
Both teams with 5 fouls. They updated that one for Waukee pretty quickly. Far court pass. They are doing everything they can to get it down to Moss.
And the defense is throwing 2 defenders at her. Zalo coming back in the game, I think, is a nice move as they're trying to find the right matchup to get Moss as favorable as possible.
Madison back on the floor. She's got 4 fouls. Lawns down low to Moss. Good job by Williams. She almost knocked it away, but they're going to get called on a foul as she tried to reach around.
That's 16 fouls on Waukee as well, so that'll put Northwest in the bonus moving forward.
Moss will throw in from underneath. Under 4 to go.
And they're going to go right back into Moss.
She backed down Miranda Peters with ease.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Peters. Peters, you know, we've seen her being pretty much on the outside playing guard. She just happens to be like the tallest player on the floor, and another turnover caused by this press.
That was a very dangerous pass by Hauk. She will pay for it, 38-35. Madison back at the top of the key trying to extend this thing to an even larger lead than they've had. 4 is the largest lead for Northwest. And again, off makes. Waukee has to face that press. They need misses for Northwest. Under 3.5 to go.
Madison looks like she's trying to get a pick, and they want to get something moving towards the basket.
Madison, 4 on the shot clock, all the way. Tough basket won't go. Moss, battle for the rebound, jump ball. That will be Northwest basketball. Sadie Moss is doing it all.
And I believe with that rebound, that puts her in double digits. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks tonight. What an impressive game from an impressive player.
So fresh shot clock on the board for Northwest. As Ashley Brown has it, guarded by Williams.
And what you'd love if you're Waukee right here, force a stop and hopefully get a big 3 on the other side, maybe from Hauk, who's been your big shot maker all season long.
It's good heads-up play by Sophia Hope, knocks it out of bounds. So you got 2 girls on the floor in severe foul trouble. Sophia Hope for Waukee with 4. Kayla Madison for Waukee Northwest. She has 4 as well. Ashley Brown up and in off the glass. A beautiful inbound play.
Yeah, Ashley Brown went to set a screen and slipped right to the basket from a couple feet away.
The lead is 5 for Northwest. Warriors need a basket. Yokiel gets it down low to Hope. Too far. Northwest with another steal.
It's the first for Madison where she hasn't actually had to go in and rip it away from someone.
Warriors have won 3 out of their last 5. Northwest has dropped 6 out of their last 7. But a rivalry game brings out the best in you, and Northwest looking good here. 5-point lead with 2:10 remaining. Down low to Moss. That one's knocked around, and they're going to give it to Waukee.
I like this call, actually, as it was tipped first and then went off of Moss's hands before going out.
Full timeout on the floor. Take a breather. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
All right, last chance.
You know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening, wrapping up here on the girls' side. Waukee Northwest leads over Waukee 40-35. Can't say enough about Waukee Northwest out of the locker room. Trailed 23-16 and has just been on fire ever since then.
Yeah, and I know there's still plenty of time left in this game, but the beginning of this rivalry has really just felt like the Iowa State games during the Brock Purdy era. No matter how good Iowa State was, they could not get over that hump that was the Iowa Hawkeyes. And so far, that has felt, with the season that has been happening since New Year's for Northwest and Waukee, you would think that this probably could have turned into a blowout, and it looked like Waukee was going to make it into one. But the Warriors have kind of struggled here shooting the ball in the second half, and this defense has been inspired and full of heart for Northwest.
Going to get a foul on Northwest. So that is 6 fouls, and now no matter what, the next foul for either team will send each other to the bonus. It's Ashley Brown. That is her third.
Team foul number 6.
Let's see the crowd all along the baseline. This place is pretty much standing room only, literally. A lot of people here. 1:50 to go. Sorensen. Drive to the basket off the glass, won't go. Took a tough shot. She's only got 3 tonight. Northwest looking for a possible dagger here, up by 5. 1.5 to go. Moss guarded by Hope. Oh, there it is. There's 5. Sophia Hope is done.
And that bench is hyped that she has fouled out of this game. Chloe Hayes throwing her hands, saying time to leave. And I don't know, I thought that was a little bit of a ticky-tack foul, especially this late in the game in a close contest like this. I didn't think there was enough to draw the whistle there for Sophia Hope.
That will send Sadie Moss to the line for a 1-and-1, trying to extend this lead over Waukee.
Moss 60% from the line this year. 2 big free throws right at this opportunity.
Knocks the first one down. What a second half for Sadie Moss. She only had 2 in the first half. She's got 15 here in the second. Second one on the way by Moss. And it goes. 7-point lead, largest lead of the ball game for Waukee Northwest.
And I know when people look back at this box score, they're going to talk about how an amazing game it was for Sadie, and obviously it was. 18 points, 10 boards, 5 blocks. But at the same time, this freshman class for Northwest has been the difference maker. They get more playing time here in the second half, and that's a huge shot for Kirsten Hauk.
She's got 2 threes this quarter, brings it back within 4 with 1:06 to go. Madison guarded by Hauk. Madison's got 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. They go down low to Moss. Moss, turnaround on Peters. Wonderful shot by Sadie Moss.
Felt the pressure, turned back to her non-dominant hand, a little bit of a fade. She loves to get those shots off, and the touch on those have improved so much, even just from her sophomore season a year ago, and another block.
Peters tried to go around. It did not work. Northwest, 38 seconds to go. Waukee, they're selling them to foul, and an easy take to the basket, up and good.
That's the exact opposite of what they were trying to do.
Lawns with the point, and Waukee Northwest can feel the victory. They're going to take a full timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Take a look at the replay here. I'm not sure what shot. This will be on Moss's shot. Probably the dagger. Beautiful with their left hand to get it up and in. And Tyler, Waukee, it just hasn't gone their way here in the second half.
Yeah, and I don't know what was going through the players' heads on that last possession. Your bench is actually yelling to foul, and you backed away from the ball handler. And Megan Lawns, her first basket of the game.
Yeah, 2 points for her. Shot clock is dead, 26 seconds to go. Hauk to Williams. Williams for three. Will not go. Long board out to Hauk. She'll fire a three. That won't go. Out of bounds, and it'll be Northwest ball with 13 seconds to go.
What a comeback by Northwest. They've outscored Waukee by 17 here in the second half.
It'll be a tough loss for Waukee. Started to get things going here in the last couple games, and Northwest, who came in losing 6 out of their last 7, is going to get a huge win here on the road, as we are going to get a timeout called by Coach Guess.
An unfortunate use of the timeout because they threw it down court and Madison was alone on the floor.
Waukee Northwest crowd, student section chanting that this thing's over. They'll take a full timeout. We'll just stay here as we finish this one out. Don't forget, about 15-20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, it's the boys' side between Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Make sure to stick around in between games for our first ever CISN Game Break show. And we'll be back here after that for the start of the boys' game between number 2 and number 3. Not quite number 1. Cedar Rapids Kennedy has held their dues, and they have gotten to the number 1 spot. They're one of the top high-scoring offenses in the state of Iowa. So it's number 2 versus number 3, but at least around here, they're the top 2 teams. And tonight, for the girls, it's been a phenomenal basketball game. Waukee Northwest trailed at halftime by 7. They have completely dominated Waukee here in this second half.
And the life of this crowd has really shifted from this side to the far side of the court with Northwest going on this run. And this crowd is going to lose their absolute minds when this boys' game starts. Like, we've seen them be loud throughout this contest, and that's the final timeout for either team.
Avery called a timeout, and Coach Guess was like, what'd she do? So we'll wait about 30 more seconds here while they draw up another inbound play, as we get ourselves set for what should be, like we said, a phenomenal boys game. Standing room only pretty much tonight. I mean, everything's sold out in 5 minutes. Student sections are full for both teams, and it's gotten to the point where I think that some families have come up and they can't sit together. Some of them, they got to sit on some sides. I definitely know there's Northwest fans on this Waukee side, so they're I'm surprised they haven't told everybody, hey, scoot in just a little bit.
And I've done a lot of games with Waukee, and I've only seen a crowd like this a handful of times in this field house. Now, given I did start during the pandemic, so definitely hurt the chances a lot.
Ooh, Sadie Moss almost slipped. That was almost dangerous. 9 seconds. Northwest gets it back. Peters with the steal. 5 seconds to go. Peters is hounded. Nothing going to come of it. Waukee Northwest, still the queens of this rivalry. They defeat Waukee. 46-38 is your final score. Final thoughts on this one as we rally up a couple unofficial scores.
This was just a grinded out win for Northwest. You know, you saw them get down double digits in the first half. At times this season, that could have been demoralizing, especially in a rivalry game like that. You do not want to get down big early on. But Northwest battling back. What an impressive performance for this team, and maybe that can right the ship a little bit for them after losing 6 of their last 7 before tonight.
Sadie Moss will finish with 20 points. She is the big player of the game here on the girls' side. What a win. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee, and still the Warriors on the girls' side have not yet defeated Northwest in general. Waukee has still not beaten Northwest in this rivalry on the basketball side. We're going to take a break. We'll send you to our CISN Game Break show, and we'll get you back here for the boys' game. Blake Walker, Tyler French, thanks for watching the girls' game. We'll see you in a little bit for the boys' game. Here comes Northwest. Kelderman drives the floor. Up and in!
Riley back the other way, over to Lewis. Lewis, deep three-pointer is buried.
Mr. Box Office, Omaha Blue, right in your living room. Hello, everyone. Welcome into the CISN Game Break Show. I am your host, Blake Walker. We got a lot coming up in the next couple minutes to get you in between the games tonight. We got rankings for the boys and girls basketball in Class 4A and around the CIML, top 5 plays from last week, and much, much more. Let's jump right into it. Starting with the boys' rankings in Class 4A, thanks to the Iowa High School Athletic Association. These came out Monday, January 16th. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, the new number 1 team in Class 4A. They are atop of the rankings for the first time this season, a high-flying offense out of the eastern side of Iowa. Waukee Northwest at number 2, despite the loss to Valley. The Wolves just fall back 1 spot. Their crosstown rival, Waukee, number 3, they do not move at all despite a loss to Ankeny on Friday night. Valley, with a win over Waukee Northwest, they jump a little bit. They are up to number 4, Ankeny Centennial at 5. Indianola has had a very surprising season, and with their star player Drew Kingery injured, they still cannot seem to get beat. They sit number 6 out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Sioux City East out at 7th. Sioux City East, the last team in Western Iowa to win a state title at the Class 4A level. Can they do it again to represent the state at that level since 2002? Dubuque Senior, number 8, after their loss to Cedar Rapids, Washington. Waterloo West, a surprising team at number 9. The Wahawks look very good, both on the boys and girls side. And Cedar Falls at number 10 in this week's Class 4A rankings. And now on to the girls' rankings in Class 5A as of Thursday, January 12th. The Johnston Dragons at number 1, still undefeated. Their winning streak is closing in on 40-plus games for the Dragons. Can anyone stop Johnston, or will they roll to a second straight title? They sit number 1. Don't look to see that changing anytime soon. Pleasant Valley out of eastern Iowa, number 2. The Spartans really solid this year, could cause some disruption at the state tournament level. Waterloo West, the Wahawks at number 3. They were a little bit higher, but a loss to Linmar dropped the Wahawks back to number 3 in the state. Valley at number 4, Davenport North at number 5. Dowling Catholic, who seems to just be getting better every single game, they sit at number 6. Ankeny Centennial, the Jaguars lost to Dowling Catholic. They are number 7. Southeast Polk drops to number 8 after a loss to Waukee. Iowa City West at 9. Linmar at 10. And then 11th, Sioux City East. Des Moines North at number 12. The Polar Bears doing a nice job this season, appear to be the top team out of the Des Moines Public School District. Ankeny at 13th, Cedar Falls at 14th, and Iowa City Liberty rounds out your 15 in Class 5A. That wraps it up for our rankings portion of tonight's show. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll look at the top 5 plays of last week and what's going on the Central Iowa Sports Network this week.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look at our top 5 plays of last week on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Starting out with number 5, Waukee Northwest hosting Johnston. How about this play by number 25, Grant Tiggis? Goes up skies to get the long pass and fires a long 3. At one point, he had 3 3-pointers almost right in a row. Grant Tiggis, he's not very tall, but man, he makes a great play and splashes home the 3. Waukee Northwest would go on to win against Johnston. Moving on to number 4, Waukee Northwest and Johnston once again on the girls' side. Jenica Lewis, the star freshman, a long 3-pointer from the wing. She had 24 points in the victory. The freshman just keeps getting better and better for the Dragons. She is going to be a menace in the next couple seasons for Johnston. Moving on to number 3, Chuck Epperly, Valley upsets Waukee Northwest. Chuck Epperly, how about the nice little up and under layup Even he kind of surprised himself as he runs back down the court after a huge upset win over Waukee Northwest, who was number 1 at the time. Chuck Epperly with the beautiful play for Valley. On to number 2, it's Valley and Waukee Northwest again. This time, J.C. Lucky all the way to the basket. Little stop and go, up and under move, off glass, up and in. Beautiful basketball by Valley, who just seems to be getting better every single game. The Tigers are number 4 in the latest poll in Class 5A. They got a big win over Waukee Northwest last Tuesday. At number 1, speaking of the big upset like we talked about, Kiki Dang all the way to the basket, gets fouled and won. Kiki Dang, huge playmaker for Valley's offense, and he was the leader as Valley upset number 1 Waukee Northwest at home to move up in the rankings. That is your top 5 plays of last week on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Moving on, what's on the docket for our broadcast on the Central Iowa Sports Network this week for January 16th through January 20th. On Tuesday, January 17th, we are at Valley High School for girls wrestling starting at 6 o'clock. Ankeny, Johnston, Southeast Polk, Urbandale, West Des Moines Valley, and the Raccoon River, which makes up Waukee, Waukee Northwest, ADM, and Van Meter, will all go head-to-head on the mat in what should be a thrilling night of girls wrestling in the CIML. On Thursday, it's boys wrestling. Waukee at Valley for a dual meet. Should be a great matchup between those two very talented programs. The action gets started at 7 o'clock Central Time. Again, live on our CISN YouTube channel. And on Friday, a big game, one that we've been talking about for a while. We'll first talk about the one of two, Ankeny on the road at Southeast Polk. The Hawks coming off the upset win over Waukee. Southeast Polk getting better, it seems, as the season goes on. Should be a very great matchup on the hardwood over at Southeast Polk High School. And then the highly anticipated rematch. Waukee Northwest, number 2, goes to number 3 Waukee at the Fieldhouse. Northwest beat the Warriors of the last time out back on December 6th thanks to a last-second shot by Cade Kelderman. Can Omaha and Ballou and company finally beat Waukee Northwest for the first time in the school's rivalry history? All of that tips off at 6:15, starting with the girls' action for both games on Friday, January 20th, live on the Central Iowa Sports Network. That will wrap it up for us on the CISN Game Break Show. We appreciate everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening and enjoy the next game on tap. I'm your host, Blake Walker. Thanks for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. We'll get you right to the game. Welcome to the battlefield, also known as Waukee Fieldhouse tonight for Civil War 3.0. It is the Waukee Northwest Wolves taking on the Waukee Warriors. Northwest ranked number 2, Waukee ranked number 3. It's the rematch we've all been waiting for ever since Cade Kelderman hit that last-second shot against Waukee back on December 6th. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker along with my partner, Tyler French. We have got a good one on tap tonight. This one circled after the game on December 7th. That morning, Omaha Ballou tweeted out, January 20th, rematch. Let's get it. He has been waiting for this game. Waukee Northwest wants to win this thing again. Can Waukee finally beat Waukee Northwest tonight?
It is a toss-up between these two teams. They're two of the 4 best teams in the entire state, right up there with Valley and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. And anything we learned in the first game, throw it out the window. This might as well be a new season for these two teams. Very different than what we saw before, considering, mentioned before in the girls' game, Bryce Sanford, that ankle injury, keeping him at maybe 60% of what he can normally do, and Omaha Ballou in foul trouble. We did not get to see these two teams at their full capacity in that first matchup.
As you could see on the camera, this place is absolutely packed. It is sold out. There is nowhere left to go. There's people sitting on the bleachers in the walkways. That is how busy it is. This is one of the biggest games. Everybody who's anybody has been waiting for this game since the last game. And you talked about it. We didn't see a lot of the full health potential tonight. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready to go. Waukee Northwest, 13-1. A loss last Tuesday against Valley, a little uncharacteristic, but on the road against a very solid Valley team with Kiki Deng and Curtis Stinson Jr. Waukee lost a stunner against Ankeny, who has just been on and off this season, but the Hawks are starting to figure it out last Friday. Responded with a win over an Indianola team that didn't have their star Drew Kingery, but then got back on track with a 50-33 victory against Dowling Catholic. After the loss to Valley, Northwest rattled off wins against Johnston, held on a close one against Iowa City High, where Price Sanford dropped 40, and then a win against Southeast Polk 85-61. Sanford, as you see on the screen, he's the big show. 25 points per contest. He's a walking double-double. He's headed to the University of Iowa next year to play for Fran McCaffrey. He scored 40 in front of Fran McCaffrey and his future teammates at Iowa when he played against Iowa City High. And on the other side, he's not out here, but Omaha Voluch. 23 points per contest. He's massive. He's big. He's the number 9 recruit in this year's class, headed to Iowa State to play for TJ Otzelberger. The matchup between these two, because they will face each other, is going to be the one to watch.
Yeah, these two, they do what the other one kind of struggles with. For Price, he's not the biggest power player. He's finesse in the post, but he can rebound, he can defend, and man, can he shoot the basketball. On the other side, Omaha, obviously, major power, athleticism. His game is based on he is going to out-jump you, but he can also handle the ball a little bit, shoots well from outside, and overall is just a very well-rounded player. These two guys, and we're not going to see just tonight be the final battle. They are going to be the stars in Iowa City and Ames for the next 4 years. Maybe less if one of the guys breaks out like we've seen for Iowa and Iowa State for the last couple of years. Keegan Murray, the latest one, headed to the NBA and doing well for the Kings now.
The last time these two teams met, it wasn't, Omaha and Price had good games. It was the supporting cast that got the job done. Cade Kellerman, the senior, had 30 points, including the game-winning layup to win the ball game for Waukee Northwest. He comes back tonight. The senior's hungry for more. There's a picture. There's Omaha there. And then for Waukee, really didn't have that standout player. I think Ballou had 22 or so. Vance Pfeiffer was very quiet in that game. And Vance, he kind of goes under the radar. He's quite tall, almost the same size as Omaha Ballou.
Yeah, and a guy that I'm looking at that has kind of struggled this year compared to what we saw last year, Cade Littlefield, hasn't had the same performance. He's still shooting well from the field and shooting well from downtown, but only 3.6 points per game. He's not facilitating as well as he did a year ago, but I think a guy to watch tonight is either Cooper Randall or Mason Costello, who can step up on the wing, because we know both these teams have a really good post rotation with Tigges, Sakaranthi, and Sanford on one side, Ballou, Pfeiffer, and a couple others on the other side for Waukee as well.
Should be a fun night of basketball. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for opening tip and whatnot. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
We're going to send it down to our PA announcer for our starting lineups. Waukee and Waukee Northwest.
Our visitors this evening bring their school colors of royal and black to the floor. They are the Waukee Northwest Wolves. And playing for the
There really is no home court advantage in this matchup.
with the purple and gold, your Waukee Warriors. Let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Wolves. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 2, Kane Kelderman. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 11, Andrew Coase. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 15, Henry Manning. At guard, a 6'7" senior, number 21, Bryce Sanford. And at guard, a 6'4" junior, number 25, Grant Tigas. Assistant coaches, Kent Henderson and Aaron Baker. Your head coach is Brett Watson. And now, the starting lineup for your Waukee Warriors. Starting at forward, 6'8", he's a senior, number 0, Omaha At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 1, Mason Kane Littlefield. Your assistant coaches, Kyle Kanaski and Austin Walker. Head coach of the Warriors, Kevin Kanaski.
All righty, here we go. Waukee Northwest. This is one of the greatest atmospheres I have ever seen here at a high school basketball game. The whiteout for Waukee, the blackout for Waukee Northwest. Two of the top 100 athletes in this class in Omaha Blue and Bryce Sanford. Waukee Northwest will be in all black with blue trim. Waukee will be in all white with purple trim. It is so loud in here.
This game is what everyone has been hoping for the last month. Ever since that December 6th game, it has been circled on the calendar, and you've seen both teams kind of struggle a little bit. I think, everyone wants to say, oh, we're not looking ahead. You're high schoolers. You're definitely looking ahead to this game.
We've been waiting for the rematch since December 6th. We are ready to go. It's the Civil War 3.0. Mason Costello has it here at the top. He hands over to Cade Littlefield. Costello with a couple of different colored shoes. Pfeiffer outside. Cade Littlefield in the corner. Nothing going here for Waukee on offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ballou guarded by Sanford. Ballou doubled, got to get rid of it. Eventually outside, he loses it. Out of bounds, it will be Northwest basketball.
And I think one of the biggest additions for Northwest in this one is Grant Tigas is fully healthy. I don't think we even saw him in the lineup for that last one as he was coming back from injury.
I don't believe so.
And Matisse Sakaranthi played his heart out in that game, but when you've got a guy that's been at the state tournament and played big minutes for the last year and a half, like Grant Tigas, it's going to help you out a lot.
Bryce Sanford got a missed shot, and we're going to have a foul on Henry Manning.
Yeah, tried to force his way through the screen, picks up the foul right here. That's just his first minute into the contest.
A sold-out full crowd tonight here at Waukee Fieldhouse. Everybody in line to watch one of the best games. The rematch. Ballou underneath and slams it home.
You can't chase him over the top of a screen. You got to go underneath. You know what? If he catches that and scores from 10, 15 feet, whatever, but you go underneath and he's going to catch for a lob every time.
We talked about it in the pregame. The morning after the victory for Waukee Northwest, Omaha went on Twitter and said rematch January 20th, and that he was looking forward to it. Watch for him to be big tonight.
Left that one well short, did Manning. Maybe the closeout by Littlefield might have affected him a little bit.
Pfeiffer tried to catch it, ran as he did, and he knocks down a Northwest defender. That'll be an offensive foul.
And that's the type of play that we love from Grant Tigas.
Take a look at the dunk by Omaha Ballou. Got free down low and slams it home.
And Tigas probably should have hedged a little bit off that screen to at least get in the way, but you'll take what you can get.
Sanford got tripped. They go back up top to Manning, and here's Kelderman here at the wing. Kelderman had 30 in the victory against Waukee. He fires a long three, misses. Rebound taken away. Here comes Waukee back the other way. Ballou with the big dunk. Fun fact, Waukee's backboard was shattered in practice a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't Ballou who did it. Waukee had to move one of their home games to Waukee Northwest. There's Vance Pfeiffer on the putback.
And it was a great play defensively by Tigas rotating over, getting the block. But Pfeiffer at 6'9", he's going to finish a lot of those plays.
4-0 start off, 2 dunks for Waukee. Manning, baseline, kicks over. Tigas, back over to Kelderman. Cade goes all the way to the basket, quick up and under, won't go. Good defense by Waukee. Littlefield pushes the floor to Omaha Ballou. Ballou one-on-one with Sanford. Omaha all the way, turnaround, won't go. Tries to go for the rebound, and we're going to have a jump ball, and it will be Northwest basketball.
Good play there from the junior. Andrew Coe is able to get a couple hands in there and tie up the loose ball. I heard a dad in the hallway when I was walking back in say he thinking there was going to be 3 dunks tonight. And my first thought is from just Omaha?
We're over halfway there. Kelderman, baseline, gets caught up. Manning, he'll try his luck to the basket, gets it to go off the glass.
Great drive there by Henry Manning. Turned the corner with a full head of steam and a nice touch on the drive.
Randall, he'll go baseline, back outside. Cade Littlefield for 3 from the wing, it's good.
Like I said, Cade not scoring like he did a year ago, but he is the guy that you want to go to if you're looking for an outside shot. 42% from downtown on the season.
7-2 lead for Waukee here with 4.5 to go. Sanford had it back for a second, back over to Tigas. Tigas goes all the way, and he'll lay it in up off the glass.
Grant Tigas, a guy that last year was mostly just a spot-up shooter. He's looked to attack off the dribble this season, and his game has grown exponentially from his sophomore season.
Littlefield wants to get it down to Pfeiffer, could not. This time he will try. Pfeiffer underneath, and he gets blocked by Sanford.
I think that might have even been Tigas from behind getting a hand on that one.
Either way, 2 defenders closed in on him. Kelderman had it there for a second. Manning. Sanford, a moving 3. Can't go. Good defense by Ballou. Sanford still scoreless here. 3:44 to go here in the first quarter. Fast-moving quarter here to start. Littlefield thought about another 3. Go back up top to Pfeiffer. Now Omaha holds up the logo.
Vance Pfeiffer at 6'9", a guy you do have to think about near that three-point line. Over 50% on limited volume this season, but you're 6'9", you can hit a 3. That's going to be important.
Omaha Ballou with the fadeaway shot. A lot of people have somewhat criticized him at time that he's just a post player, can't shoot outside, trying to turn those narratives back the other way. There's a foul by number 4, Cooper Randall.
And
Good
just
job
the way,
by Cade.
I was going to say, just the way Kelderman plays, I thought he was going to finish that even with the foul.
We'll send Cade Kelderman to the line. And Kelderman's pointing something out about Vance Pfeiffer. I think
Get
it's
those
blood.
raffle tickets out. We've got a winner to try to win the equalize.
I'm not sure. Cade, yeah. Pfeiffer has blood somewhere, and Cade was trying to point it out.
You'll do anything you can to try and get a player like Vance Pfeiffer out of the game for even just a short stint.
Kelderman has shot 49 free throws this season. He's an 85% free throw shooter.
Jaden Rogers coming in to replace Pfeiffer real quick.
Deion Jenkins in as well. Northwest won't put anyone up here for at least the first free throw, and Kelderman's first goes in. Kelderman on the board.
And it really feels like both these teams kind of feeling each other out, see what's changed over the last month, coaching-wise or scheme-wise, and just seeing what's going to happen as we go further into this contest.
9-6, 3 minutes to go. Jenkins brings it up here for Waukee. Jenkins had a lot of minutes in and out last season when Waukee played a ton of different lineups. Ballou forces his way inside and gets it to go. He's got 6. It felt like every single game last year, Waukee had a different lineup for every single game because Coach Kanaski, so young, didn't know what he wanted to do.
And, a big change from last year, or for last year's team coming off of that state tournament run. You graduate, you lose your entire starting 5, either to graduation or the school splitting. You also lose your three of your best players off the bench as well. And you got to establish kind of a new hierarchy with also losing your coach.
Sanford got the tough layup to go. Blue just missed the block. 11-8. Randall for 3. Yes!
And that is what you call offensive gravity, because Omaha Blue at 6'8" is looking to come off the screen, handling the ball, and Henry Manning playing over to provide some help side defense. Opens for a wide open 3 for Cooper Randall, who hits it.
Cade Kelderman makes it look easy off the glass for 2. He's got 4. Lead is back to 4 for Waukee. Jenkins gives it right back to Omaha. He's guarded by Sanford. You'll probably see that all night long. Rogers had it for a second. Ballou gone Sanford. Omaha down low, lost it on the way, and Rogers is able to save it. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
I would fully expect we're going to see these two play at least 30 minutes tonight.
Ballou over top of Sanford, hits the side iron. Rebound taken away by Northwest. Kelderman, beautiful move all the way, gets the layup to go. Kelderman picking up right where he left off back on December 6th between these two teams.
And because there's again, offensive gravity to their side, everyone is focused on Price Sanford. Even when you have a dominant player like Omaha Ballou guarding him, it's going to free up a lot of space for Cade Kelderman. He's taken full advantage this season. At 26 on Tuesday night against Southeast Polk in a game where Price also went for 30.
Ballou, baseline, gets blocked by Sanford. The Hawkeye sends it back the Cyclones' way. Here comes Kelderman back the other way. He'll get blocked by Jaden Rogers. And a foul in transition.
Probably not the worst decision. Tigges not a guy that picks up a lot of fouls.
Take a look at the replay on the Price Sanford block. Send him back. Omaha Ballou. Nice play on both ends by both defenses. 14-12, 34 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Randall off a screen. It's picked up by Manning, and Manning gets called on the foul. That's the 3rd foul by Northwest here this quarter.
And that's 2 early ones for Henry Manning as well.
He was big in the victory the first time these two teams ever met last year, the only time they met. Manning had that missed free throw, caught it off the miss, and then hit a 3, and that was the big overtime game the first time these two schools met. Waukee seemed like they had that game in the bag. I think they led by almost 9 with about 2 minutes left, and Northwest rallied back to get the job done. Shot clock is dead, 17 seconds to go. Waukee by 2.
And Atish Sakaranthi, the first substitution for Northwest. Not a very deep bench. We've talked about that all season. Really only going 1 or 2 deep.
Littlefield for 3. 2 threes this quarter for Cade. Shot at the buzzer by Kelderman. Barely rims out. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. Let's all take a breath. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
We are so much more
Than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee on top of Waukee Northwest 17-12. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Good first quarter by the Warriors. Omaha Blue with 6. Cade Kelderman with 6 as well.
Yeah, and Cade Littlefield, 2 big threes in that quarter, including the one with only a couple seconds left. That's a big step up from him, as came in only averaging 3.5 per game. They're going to need some more of that, just like we saw from Cade Kelderman in that first matchup between these two.
Third time these teams have ever met. Waukee Northwest has taken the first 2, including a win back on December 6th. Pfeiffer all the way, and Natis Sakaranthi fouls him down low. And that will be the 4th foul on Northwest here this half.
Looks like we're going to get Sam Johnson coming to the game as well. Played well against the end of the bench on Tuesday night. Southeast Polk did keep their starters in for a little bit. Johnson came in, I believe, had 6 points off the bench in that one.
Littlefield hounded in the corner by Johnson. Ballou tries to go baseline, and Sanford gets called on the foul. That is now 5 on Northwest.
And that's one of the matchup problems when you've got Pfeiffer and Ballou both on the floor, as they're 2 guys that can force their way to the rim and pick up some fouls.
Ballou gets fouled again. Is that Sanford? Let's see. Nope, they're going to get the foul on Cade Kelderman, but Omaha will go to the line to shoot 2.
But that is 3 fouls in 31 seconds for Northwest in this quarter.
You know, I wondered why it kept getting cold and then it get hot. Well, it seems like they've opened up the doors to cool it down a little bit in here.
And it's just people trying to sneak in.
That is true. This is a hot commodity ticket. Sold out in 5 minutes when tickets went on sale. Blue at the line, averaging about 23 points per contest this season. He is a 74% free throw shooter. He's been to the line 110 times this year. And they're going to check on the floor here for a little bit of condensation.
Hey, speaking of towels, we want to thank Brian Boyle.
17-12, 7:29 here in the second quarter. I want to thank everyone for watching tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest beat Waukee on the girls' side, 46-38. Great game put together by the Wolves. And a furious comeback in the second half led to a Northwest victory. Waukee leads here on the boys' side, 17-12 here. As Omaha Blue will go to the line to shoot 2.
Blue 6 points in that first quarter, showing his ability both to shoot a little bit and get to the rim, as he had a couple of big plays right at the basket and then also hit that nice little fadeaway in the post as well.
He's got 7. Blue obviously was on the championship winning team for Waukee a couple years ago, went down to Missouri to play basketball last year at a prep school, come back, decided to come right back to Waukee, and really gave this team life. This Waukee team was already going to be pretty solid this year, but that addition back of Omaha Blue definitely jumped Waukee right back up to the top.
Yeah, it turns Waukee from a team that you don't want to face in the playoffs and has a chance to make a dark horse run to the state tournament to potential state championship favorites.
Pass goes wide, and Waukee forces the turnover.
So the funny thing to me on that play, the ref jumped out of the way of the ball, and it hit someone in the stands.
It hit that girl in red, and she took it like a champ on the knee.
I've seen so many people get hit in the face with a basketball because of an errant pass. Why wouldn't the ref just catch it?
Don't want to get in the way. Littlefield for three. He's got two already, make it three.
And that's a double-digit lead for Waukee. You can definitely tell the energy behind this team tonight.
How about the start for the Warriors? 22-12. Sanford with it here. They try to go baseline on Ballou over top. No, won't go. Rebound goes long. Tigges saves it. Sakaranthi goes back up top to Kelderman. Kay draws contact. Man, he got a good look, though. And he rips it back away from Ballou. Sanford for three. No. Price is off so far tonight. He's only got two. Just can't seem to get his rhythm. But if anyone can figure it out, it's Bryce Sanford.
Yeah, and this kind of started on Tuesday night. After a 20-point first half, he was struggling to get his shot to fall. It even had a couple open looks he could not get to find the bottom of the basket.
Pfeiffer down low. Timeout on the floor, 24-12. Waukee has shot out of a cannon here to start this quarter. That is a 7-0 run here for the Warriors. And Northwest just can't get a good look, it feels like, right now.
Yeah, they're looking a little sluggish and lackadaisical on the offensive side.
Watch Pfeiffer roll off the screen. Sanford kind of fell asleep. Natish didn't follow. And Pfeiffer, 2 dunks so far tonight.
And Sanford going into that timeout was talking to Natish, telling him, you can hedge out a little bit, but you got to stay with your man because the focal point is that matchup with Sanford and Ballou. He's got to stick with him. That's on Natish to be able to rotate and keep with his man.
What a start for Waukee. 24-12, 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Andrew Coase had it for a second. Here's Sanford. Sanford picked up by Ballou. Here's Henry Manning at the top of the key. He's got 2 fouls. Manning slips, and that's a travel.
Got a little off balance when he tried to get that jump stop, and it's going to cost Northwest another turnover. And the Warriors already doubling up on what Northwest has on the scoreboard and looking to add to it even more now.
Mason Costello checked the floor to make sure there wasn't more condensation on the floor. 24-12, over 5.5 to go. Littlefield, why not? 4 3-pointers for number 33.
Littlefield wanted to take it to his former teammates, and he is playing inspired basketball here tonight. All of his points coming from the 3-point line.
Kelderman trying to get his offense back going. Manning at the wing, back up top to Sanford. Price, baseline on Ballou. Price gets swatted back by number 0.
Yeah, Price buried himself on that one. Tried to get him on a couple of head fakes. Omaha didn't bite. No one cutting to get open. They're just watching the two of them down low. Price didn't have a choice. He had to put a shot up.
Ballou guarded by Sanford. Omaha spots up for 3, rims out, and you're going to get a foul down low on Grant Tigges as he was holding Pfeiffer as he went for the rebound.
And your Tigges, that's really all you can do. That's a 4-inch height advantage at the very least.
Now this Waukee team, despite having a lead, is great. I want to go back to that game against Ankeny Centennial earlier this year. Waukee led 19-1 at one point. Centennial came all the way back, and the Warriors barely held on for a 3-point victory. A lead is a lead, but you got to hang on as Vance Pfeiffer knocks down the free throw. And I believe Waukee is in the bonus. Yes, they are.
Pfeiffer, a solid shooter at 64%. Not bad for a big guy.
Pfeiffer's second free throw off front iron. Rebound knocked around, and it is picked up by Coase. 28-12, just over 4.5 to go here in the first half. Northwest trying to get something going. Sanford with it, he's only got 2. To the basket, tough layup off glass and good.
And almost halfway through the quarter, that's their first basket in the second.
Both teams solid defensively, mostly known for their high-scoring efforts. Sanford tried to go back on Ballou, no foul call. They'll go back to Price. He stops and goes and misses just short of the basket. Ballou wasn't ready for the basketball. They'll give back to Sanford for 3 over Pfeiffer. No. Put back up and in by Grant Tigas.
That's the type of offense you see from Tigas as he plays hard on the offensive glass and able to get another basket for Northwest as they try to chip away at this lead.
Costello floater won't go, and a nice rebound by Coes in amongst the trees. Northwest trying to put together their own little run here. Kelderman, oh, beautiful move up and under. Nice move, and that will be a timeout called by Kanaski and crew. Kelderman's first points of the quarter, and now Northwest, I think, settled down a little bit.
Yeah, and if they can find a way to get Bryce Sanford going, it's going to be a big help for them as they try to continue this comeback.
You want to do a Chris Berman whoop right here? Beautiful move by Cade Kelderman to bring it back within 10. And the Waukee Northwest student section loves it.
I'll tell you this much. No matter what level Cade Kelderman plays the next level, whether it goes as high as D1, D2, NAI, even if he decides to go D3, he is going to be a strong player at the next level because he is a glue guy that can help your team, and he can go out and score when you need him to.
Very, very solid at the point guard position. He's got 8 so far. Cade Littlefield leads all scorers with 12, all from the three-point line. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Waukee by 10. Littlefield back up top to Ballou. Will swing over to Costello. Pfeiffer spots up for a long 2. Rattled around, won't go. Don't see Vance take a lot of those shots, but just feeling a little confident there. Sanford over a screen, gets fouled by Ballou. It's just Ballou's first foul of the evening, but good look by Sanford.
And we'll see if these free throws can get Price going. You know, he had a couple layups, but he's got to find a way to get that jumper going. He's going to have to be effective offensively if Northwest wants to pull the victory off tonight, especially with how Cade Littlefield has come out and played and the growth of Vance Pfeiffer with his confidence in this one.
Sanford sinks his first. He's got 5 tonight. Younger brother to Peyton Sanford of Iowa. Peyton has definitely picked it up the last couple weeks over in Iowa City. Misses his second. Hit that big and 1 3-pointer against Michigan the other night. Be exciting to see them on the floor together next season at Carver Hawkeye. Third free throw for Sanford. It does go. So he hits 2 out of 3, and he gets the lead back to 8.
And if we know anything about Fran McCaffrey, he likes to have sets of brothers.
Yeah.
When you got the McCaffrey boys, you had the Murray boys, and next year you'll have the Sanford boys.
Littlefield has it. You got to think he wants to shoot anytime he gets the green light. Ballou for a long 2. That will not go.
And I think they're going to let him shoot that. Ballou is a good shooter, but if he's going to have a hand in his face, that's going to be a win if you're a Northwest player.
That was, I guess, counted as a somewhat block there by Randall. Well, that was Costello. Costello comes back the other way and somehow saved by Waukee. It looks like the Harlem Globetrotters out here.
Great hustle on all aspects of that play. And if I've learned anything from watching many years of basketball, when in doubt, throw it to the big guy. You're more than likely going to get a save on a play like that.
Costello for 3, did not get it to go. Kelderman snags the rebound. He'll go back the other way, and we got an offensive foul on Cade Kelderman.
I did not look like, I think it was Randall on that.
Cooper
did
Randall.
Not look like he was set, but that's going to draw the offensive foul, and that's foul number 2 on Kelderman already.
Yeah, Kelderman's got 2. That's 8 fouls this half for Waukee Northwest. Waukee just 3. Yeah, it definitely, Randall didn't look like he was set, but we play on 28-20, under 2 to go here in the first half. Ballou has gone quiet here in the last couple minutes. He's guarded by Sanford, up and under, almost grabs the and one.
And you got to wonder if Sanford might be a little tired, having to compete with Omaha Ballou's athleticism. Maybe that's affecting his jump shot a little bit, you know. Plus, they've played a lot of games Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, and now tonight.
Yeah, both teams have played the same amount. As once again, bring out the towels and clean up the floor. Sanford or Ballou definitely does a good job at drawing contact. He knows how to get the ball where he wants to get it. And that's the foul that you see there on Sanford. So that's 2 for Sanford, I believe. So fouls racking up. 9 fouls committed by Northwest, just 3 for Waukee.
Yeah.
Take that as you will.
And for Northwest, that's 4 starters now with 2 apiece.
Omaha Blue has played every minute, but you got to think back in that first time these two teams met back in December. Blue was out for a lot of that first half because of foul trouble.
And these free throws an excellent opportunity for Ballou. It's an 8-0 run for Northwest ever since the Warriors went on their big run to start the quarter, and now an opportunity to get themselves back in the scoring column.
Hey, he does good work, and he's available on weekends.
So Waukee gets the floor cleaned up, and it will be Ballou to go to the line. Ballou's gotten some rest when he gets to the line. He's both of his times he's been at the free throw line, they've had to stop and clean the floor. Kanaski is not happy about something on the Waukee sideline as Ballou knocks down his first.
Yeah, it looks like something's directed at the officials right now. Don't really know what the conversation's about.
I couldn't tell if he was mad at Coach Watson or what, but he was not happy about something. And one of the officials came over and said, hey, you gotta cut it out.
Yeah, Kanaski actually lucky not to get teed up there.
This game as a rivalry is already heated, but these are two very animated coaches who are very passionate about their teams, love their players. We're going to fight till the end for it. Ballou rims out. He's got 9, 29-20, 1:43 to go here in the first half. Things have slowed down in terms of how long this second quarter has taken. Kelderman free off a 3. Won't go. Had a good look. And Littlefield will push for Waukee. Deion Jenkins is back on the floor for the Warriors.
Has Northwest hit a 3 yet?
No, they have not. A long 3 won't go. Jenkins tried to knock it out. Good look, though, by Randall. Trade misses. Wide open down low is Manning. He got a little intimidated there by Pfeiffer. And Ballou grabs the rebound. 1:05 to go.
And the Wolves, a team that really like to splash them home from downtown. And, I mean, when you've got guys like Kelderman, Tigges, and Sanford, you're going to be hitting multiple threes every quarter, really. And that has not been the case here tonight.
Ballou, spot up 3. It's good. He's got 12. Extends the lead back just a little bit more. Kelderman goes coast to coast, gets swatted back by Omaha. Rebound on the floor. Pfeiffer can't get it away. Sanford somehow got it back. And now Price holds at the wing with about an identical shot clock and game clock, and Price now sees that. About 1 second.
I don't really know what Kelderman thought was going to happen when he took it at Omaha, as that's been the result of a lot of players over the last 4 years.
12 seconds to go. Manning hands off to Sanford. Could be a big basket here for Price. Sanford guarded by Ballou. That's a foul on Omaha. That's his second. But going into the half, he'll take 2. At least set him up for something different with 5 seconds to go here in the half.
And this is the first time we're going to see Omaha come off the floor.
I don't know if you want to risk a third foul, and I'm sure Kanaski's thinking about that. 4 seconds. Sanford, long 3, misses front iron. The putback goes for Grant Tigges.
Makes it, I know it's just a 2-point difference, but down 10 versus down 12 is a huge thing for your team going into the halftime break.
Good half by both. Waukee leads 32-22 in the Civil War 3.0. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get free pickup, drop-off, or delivery. Head over to Honest Wrenches. and their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee on top of Waukee Northwest. 32-22 is your score. Waukee's Omaha Ballou with 12. Cade Littlefield with 12. I think that's been probably one of the big surprises so far. Sanford with 6. Grant Tigas for 6. And Cade Kelderman has 8 for Waukee Northwest. And you and I talked about it, or you talked about it, no threes yet for Waukee Northwest. Not saying that's why they're losing by 10, but definitely a little uncharacteristic first half by Northwest.
Yeah, when this team shoots 37% as a unit, and both these teams are groups that really like to get after it from the three-point line. Both are two of the top shooting teams in the state, but Northwest, no threes in the first half. They came in averaging almost 10 a game. And when you've got a guy like Bryce Sanford who, 45% from downtown. Cade Kelderman, 48%. Grant Tigas, 48%. And even Andrew Coase, 55%. You would think that at least one of those was going to fall.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the things that we were definitely surprised about. As we've reached halftime here, a sold-out crowd. Somebody's about to try a putt, and he is way off for a car. He went for speed instead of finesse. Always good halftime festivities here at Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Omaha.
I'm excited for this Chuck-a-Duck.
Yeah, Chuck-a-Duck. So everybody will throw, everybody who bought ducks gets to throw ducks onto the floor. We'll stay here so you guys can see it. Talk more about the game. Kelderman with 8. He's been big. A lot of finesse. Fouls were also another thing. Almost double. I think it was double for Waukee Northwest compared to Waukee.
Yeah, and, Cade Kelderman, someone we saw in that matchup, as Waukee really doesn't have someone who can guard him effectively on the outside. As Mason Castell, Cooper Randall, two guys that are more known for their offense. And we saw in that last matchup, they put Omaha Ballou on him to try and shut him down, with Price being hampered with the ankle injury. But Northwest has got to find someone to get Price Sanford going. He's the number 2 player in the state behind Omaha Ballou, and his shot just not falling. He's gotten some open opportunities. But whether it's just a couple close baskets to the rim, we saw Sadie Moss have explosive second half against a good Waukee team, and Northwest is going to need that from Price Sanford here in the second half.
Sanford, 3rd in the state in made three-pointers in a single game. They're going to need him to get back going if they want a chance tonight as they trail by 10. That was a big bucket by Tigas, like you said, to get it at least back within 10 after it was 12. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Grant Tigas hit a shot at the buzzer the first time these two teams met, if I'm not mistaken. So, again, supporting cast is huge, but a lot of playmakers all across the board. Cade Littlefield's been the surprise, I'd say, for sure. He's got 4 3-pointers for 12 points. That's been the main difference.
Yeah, we said someone needed to step up next to Omaha, and really they've gotten it from their big three. As Vance Piper, he's only got 5 points at halftime, but that's pretty on pace with his average on the year. And the big thing, though, he's been there defensively and overall just been a menace to Northwest as they've tried to get to the rim. When you've got to deal with that shot blocking duo, good luck.
Omaha Ballou has been good tonight. Take a look at his three as we send you to another commercial break, and we'll be back for more right after this. Ballou has 12. Waukee leads by 10. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Omaha Ballooing Company 32-22 on top of Waukee Northwest. I wouldn't say dominant showing by Waukee. Northwest responded with a little bit of a run of their own in that second quarter. Warriors did a good job responding. Sanford, 6 points for him, just hasn't been able to get going beyond the three-point line. None of Northwest has gotten going beyond the three-point line. Nobody has hit a three. Meanwhile, Waukee has currently hit, looks like 6 threes. So that's definitely something to follow as we go throughout the night, as the pack, as you see there on that kid's shirt, out in full force. What a night of basketball it's been. A sold-out crowd. This place sold out in 5 minutes when tickets went on sale the other day. This is what Iowa high school basketball is all about.
Yeah, and the big thing for me going into the second half is the two teams have kind of exchanged baskets through most of that second quarter, kind of balancing each other out. Is that slow start for Northwest going to come back to kick them in the butt? And with Waukee, they kind of did the same thing the last time these two teams played, with Omaha Ballou getting in foul trouble. They didn't have anywhere really to go offensively. When he came back in, they made a nice run, got that, and we saw it. Ended in that 2-point layup by Cade Kelderman to win it. Can Northwest respond, come out, probably hit some threes? That's where a lot of their offense comes from. They got to find some way to get things generated.
Our friends Dar Danielson and Hunter Phillips are over at Southeast Polk High School tonight. If you want to check in on their stream, you can head over to the link, or the stream link over on the other side for our YouTube page. Ankeny leads Southeast Polk 32-25. And I believe Southeast Polk girls won 64-54, I believe, somewhere around there. But the Southeast Polk girls got a victory as well. Waukee Northwest girls beat Waukee earlier tonight, 46-38 to snap their losing streak. Waukee is trying to snap a losing streak in this series. They have yet to defeat Waukee Northwest in either girls basketball or boys basketball. They're trying to get it done tonight. They lead by 10. Second half is underway.
And if I'm Northwest, you got to get off to a quick start. You got to try and get this down to a 2-possession game, probably in the first couple minutes.
Manning for 3 will not go. That has been the tale of the tape tonight for Northwest. Just struggling to get anything going from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, 6 3-pointers for Waukee.
And 4 of them coming from Cade Littlefield. A great showing from him in the first half. We'll see if he can continue this hot start.
Randall, baseline, won't go. A little too soft. Northwest pushes back the other way. Kelderman, he's got 8. Manning, tough layup, won't go.
And Manning looked like he was trying to draw some contact there and kind of force a shot up a little bit. That's 2 misses in a row for him to start out the quarter.
Randall open for a short 2. Can't get it to go, but Vance Pfeiffer somehow knocks it back in.
For a second, it looked like Bryce Sanford might have even gotten a hand on it to knock it back in. But either way, Northwest is now going to be down 12, making that last-second shot by another bad finish at the rim. 3 wild shots to open up the half.
34-22, just over 6.5 to go. Just getting going here in this third quarter between Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Warriors trying to get something set up here on offense. Here's Costello at the top of the key. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Blue guarded by Sanford. They've been together all night long, and a foul on Price. There's 3 on number 21. Coach Watson didn't like it.
I don't know if I liked it.
Wolves' foul is on number 21, Bryce Sanford. That's his 3rd.
So that is his 3rd. And Costello will throw in underneath. And the towel has come back out once again.
I think the towel has had more success on the offensive end than the Wolves have tonight.
Wiping it down. We got a timeout by Coach Watson for Northwest. And they'll talk about something to get back going here. I mean, they've gotten decent looks, but like you said, a couple forced shots here to start for Northwest on the offensive end.
Yeah, and eventually those open shots are going to start to fall, but you've got to find a way to weather the storm in the meantime. And I went through at halftime the 3-point shooting that this team has. Someone's going to find the bottom of the net at some point.
And maybe it's once the well opens. Yeah, once the well opens, then everybody starts hitting. That's another dangerous thing for Waukee.
Yeah. And it really just shows how dangerous this Northwest team can be when the shots are hitting, but how stagnant they can get. And, not every week are you going to play the other best team in the state.
Waukee Northwest ranked number 2 in the latest poll out of the IHSAA. Waukee ranked 3rd. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is actually the number 1 team in the state. But that's process of they have not lost yet, and they're a very high-scoring team. Out of Eastern Iowa. They lost in the title game last year to Ames.
Looks like a little bit of a zone defense look.
Yeah, about, what do you think? 2-3, 2-1-2. Blue goes in the center. He'll kick back outside. 3-pointer is good. Mason
Whatever
Costello.
it is, it didn't work.
Mason Costello, his first points of the night. Back the other way. Tough layup will not go for Henry Manning. Here comes Blue to push it back the other way. Costello again. Too hard. Foul underneath, or no foul underneath, excuse me. Ballou took a little bit of a hit. Sanford, he'll spin his way down low. Nothing going there.
And Sanford's smart, didn't try to force something. It's kind of the opposite of what we've seen from Northwest early in this, and that's, you could tell it out of the hand that one was going to be shifting to the left.
Sanford can't get it to go. Waukee trying to extend their lead here. They have not scored here in the third quarter. They went scoreless there for a little bit in the second quarter, too, before they went on that run. Ballou down low, gets around Sanford, up and under for 2.
And that's 7 straight for Waukee as they push this up, tied with their largest lead of the game.
Waukee was going to come in tonight hungry nonetheless as Kelderman fires a 3. That won't go. Long rebound out of bounds. You knew Waukee was going to come for vengeance, and right now just everything's hitting for Waukee, and Northwest just can't buy a bucket. Take a look at the replay on the shot down low. Got a good positioning underneath on Sanford. It's all going Waukee's way.
Ballou, a player that we've seen it a couple times, he's able to adjust in midair and still get a clean shot look off.
Pfeiffer down low. Ballou to Pfeiffer, and Omaha is fired up. Waukee's fired up. Wow.
I don't think this is the game anyone envisioned coming into tonight.
Timeout on the floor. Waukee leads. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee on top of Waukee Northwest. 41-22. Take a look at the replay from one big man to the other. Ballou, beautiful pass, and Pfeiffer underneath. Amazing back and forth basketball between those two. It is all Waukee. Northwest has still yet to score this half, as the Warriors have just jumped out very fast here in the third and are looking for their first win over the Wolves since this rivalry began last year.
And I had mentioned that I thought Northwest had to start off quick, and it's been the exact opposite. 0 for a lifetime here for the quarter, and still unable to get anything going from three-point line.
Good take to the basket by Sanford. A little bit of a zone here, or a little bit of a press by Northwest, and Waukee gets it back across. The three-point line has been friendly to the Warriors, not so friendly to Northwest tonight. That's been one of the main differences. Not a lot of fouls here in the first 4 minutes, just one by Northwest. Ballou outside, slips, goes back over top of Sanford, tries to get his own rebound, and he dribbles on the line.
I know they wanted a travel call, but the foot that slipped was not his pivot foot. That was a clean play and correct call. Correct no call.
Got to be careful. There's so many people down below the basket. A lot of cameramen, camera women down low, TV news crews. If anyone goes flying, you got to be careful. Get out of the way quick. Under 4 to go here in the third quarter.
And it looks like it's been that same spot multiple times.
Well, at first I was like, is there something when they open the doors? Like, I don't know, but yeah, it's been slippery tonight. Sanford a three, rattles out. Rebound taken away by Costello. Kanaski wants him to push. Rogers down low, off glass and good.
Left hand off the glass.
And I think at first Price was looking for a foul call, as it looked like there was contact on the hand, but no whistle. And Omaha, if they had looked up, he would have had a breakaway dunk opportunity.
The lead is 19, cut back down to 17. Cade Kelderman, his first basket of the half. He had 8 in the first half. And Deion Jenkins in now, brings it up the floor. High flying night for Waukee, a lot of dunks. And a lot of people felt this year that Waukee just had played to their potential. You know, a couple close games against teams you felt they probably shouldn't have. And tonight they have silenced all that doubt with how they've played so far. Costello in between defenders gets the layup to go.
Well, I think this is a great showing of, obviously, Omaha Blue's going to get his every game.
Kelderman all the way, up
Vance
and good.
Pfeiffer is going to come out. He's going to go for a potential double-double every contest. Because of his size, there's very few players in the CIML that can guard him. But when Cade Littlefield can come out and hit some shots, Mason Costello, Cooper Randall, two guys that can spot up from three. This is a balanced starting lineup with three-point shooting and size.
Take a look at the replay here. Costello just weaving his way through. That was the third foul here on Henry Manning. Costello has it here. Jenkins, quick move. He's going to spin his way down low. Oh, not too, or couldn't quite get it there. A little too hard off the back iron. Northwest saves an almost disastrous play as it almost went out of bounds. Kelderman, he's been hot here the last couple minutes. High off glass is good. I mean, he dropped 30 in the first game. Might have to do it again tonight. Lead is back to 15.
Yeah, Kelderman, one of the best finishers in the state. And don't let his 6'1" size fool you. A very strong center of gravity that he's able to take it at some of the biggest players in the state.
This game is far from over. Ballou at the top of the key. Spots up for three, and it bounces in. It's that kind of night for Waukee as he just shrugs. He knows it.
And there's not much you can do when that's happening.
Sanford and Ballou went up against each other, and they kind of gave each other a stare down there as the foul was on the floor. Take a look at the replay of Ballou's three-pointer. Rattles back in, just what he needed.
And Kay Kelderman and Grant Tigas are doing everything they possibly can to try and will their team back in. But it's just hard to put everything together. We finally get a three-pointer.
Bryce Sanford breaks open the three-point lid that was on the basket. Much-needed shot, 48-33.
And
still 15.
If Northwest wants to make the comeback, this has got to be a single-digit gain going into the fourth.
And Ballou is not on the floor. Randall all the way.
Terrible defense on that play. No one stopping the ball. Sanford having to slide over the last second, but Cooper was already at the rim by the time he did.
Sanford, baseline all the way. Up and under and one. I tell you what, Ballou, who was guarding him all night, goes off the floor. Sanford knows. I mean, he knows that this is his chance to get going.
Yeah, and Sanford has played every minute of this game so far. He's a guy that doesn't come off the floor much, and I'm pretty sure we've seen Tigas and Kelderman in every minute as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Which for Tigas shows his improvement and how much Coach Watson trusts him. Hey, guess what? We brought out the towel. Once again, take a look at the and one here by Bryce Sanford. Got a good screen. Rogers a little late on it. And yeah, just came from behind. And we'll send Sanford to the line to shoot one. He's got 7 this quarter. And he knocks it down. I got him for 14 unofficially. Ballou's got 17. Omaha staying on the bench here, it looks like, for the rest of the quarter. The lead is 14. Jenkins up the floor.
The press has been a little unimpressive tonight for Northwest.
Vance Pfeiffer hits a fadeaway over Bryce Sanford. Pfeiffer is in double digits with 11. Shot clock separated by about 4 seconds, and Sanford holds at the top of the key. Crowd gets a little bit louder.
Switching up the defense here, going to the zone look, 1-3-1.
14 seconds. Sanford stop and fire for 3. It's good. Look out. Bryce Sanford's heating up.
I know we still have the fourth quarter to go in this one. Is it going to be a case of too little, too late?
Sanford sends it back on Jenkins, and that will do it for the third quarter. Do not go away. This thing's not over. Waukee leads 52-39. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening from the Waukee Fieldhouse. 52-39. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Northwest struggled at the beginning of that at the beginning of the third. They hadn't hit a 3. Then Bryce Sanford sprung off for 11 points. He's got 17. Ballou has 17. Omaha was out for those last couple minutes, or that minute and a half, though. And now he's back on the floor. Ballou all the way. Off glass, won't go. Gets his own rebound, though, and he misses the dunk. Can't get too fancy, though, if you're Waukee, because this is where things can get tricky.
I like the student sections doing the big O like a lot of people do. And the Waukee student section just responds with scoreboard.
Codes. Baseline. Blocked, maybe. I think it was kind of knocked around. It'll be Waukee basketball. I don't know what to call it. Maybe a block, maybe just a tip.
I think it was a tip pass, but I'm really surprised it did not go back to Northwest.
The lead is 13. I go back to the game. I talked about it earlier. Waukee led against Ankeny Centennial earlier this season, 19-1 at one point in the first half. And Centennial came all the way back, almost won. Waukee won 55-52. But this game is far from over. Omaha Ballou for three.
That's a long two. His one was on the line. But when Omaha's stepping out, he's hitting those.
Offensive foul on Cade Kelderman. That's Kelderman's third. Sanford has three, Manning has three, and now Kelderman has three.
That's his third. Team foul number 3.
I think it has another questionable call. It didn't look like much contact, but Northwest has got to get something going right here.
Waukee will call a timeout. Good press by Sanford. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Like you said, you and I talked about during the break. I was like, well, this follows the trend of the third quarter, or the other quarters we've seen. Waukee gets off to a good start. Northwest figures it out. And then you said, well, yeah, but you can't go scoreless for the first couple minutes. Northwest can't afford. They got to start scoring here.
Yeah, nothing has gone right at the beginning of a lot of these quarters as the Wolves, they struggled in the first quarter, struggled in the second quarter, struggled in the third, and now we're just over a minute in here in the fourth, and Waukee looks like they're going to go on another run the way this game has been going for them.
Waukee student section getting into it, especially that kid right there. He is very hyped to be in the front row of this Waukee Northwest contest. All white. I like the rally towels. Nice touch for Waukee.
I like the shirts. Best student section in the state. That's what it says. Very creative.
I know there was some talk between both Waukee schools and both Ankeny schools before this game. Ankeny schools were trying to say that their rivalry is still the best rivalry in the state. There's a steal by Sanford. Waukee tried to respond like, hey, we're new, but we still got a lot of oomph left in us.
Especially when you've got these two basketball teams.
I was going to say, both are very good rivalries, and as a state, we are blessed to have two very. Manning still can't believe it. Is this the first time we've taken a free throw and haven't had to stop for a towel break?
And it's surprising, one of the players did hit the floor.
Very possible. Under 6.5 to go, Randall to the line, and he sinks his first. He's got 6.
I'll tell you this much. If these two teams meet up at state, Wells Fargo Arena might set a new attendance record for the state tournament.
Best case scenario is obviously it being the title game, but you got to go in 1-2 if you want a chance for that. Because if Cedar Rapids Kennedy holds serve, this would be a semifinal matchup. But would the state do that? Sanford going tough against Ballou. Off glass will not go. Sanford wanted a foul.
Yeah, you can see frustration in Price's face right now.
Pfeiffer down low. Off glass won't go. Good defense by Grant Tigas. Now Northwest looks to push. Lead is 15. Like you said, that trading baskets. Kelderman gets fouled by Cade Littlefield. Well, Littlefield had a great first half. He had 12 points, and despite going quiet here in the second half, those 12 points, very crucial.
Yeah, honestly, if he doesn't have that game, this is a very different contest.
If he was held to his 3 points like he always is, yeah. Somebody hits the floor. Sanford gets the tough layup to go.
Someone hit the floor. Where's the towel?
It is Price Sanford takeover time here at Waukee. Lead is back to 13. His brother did it against Michigan the other night for Iowa. Or last week, I should say. Price going to try to do the same thing. Randall. Top of the key. Again, if you're Waukee, there's no rush by any means. And with the shot clock, at least you have to get the ball up. But Littlefield for three. Yes!
Curtis talking about it. He's like, they haven't said my name enough lately.
5 3-pointers tonight for Cade Littlefield. Sanford a long three. Can't get the response to go. Everybody's on the floor, and I think a timeout is going to be called. Yes, Costello got a timeout called just in time. And let's see, what are they going to call? Full or... Looks like we're going to take a full. We'll take one with them. Waukee leads 59-43 over Waukee Northwest.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Waukee Fieldhouse here for the Waukee Northwest rivalry. 59-43 Waukee on top. Take a look at the three-pointer by Cade Littlefield. That is his 5th three-pointer of the night. Sometimes it's just your night.
And when you've got, a guy that is your 5th leading scorer in your starting lineup, obviously we know what Cade Littlefield is capable of. He was one of the leaders of this team a year ago. He's seen his shots drop like a rock with Omaha Blue coming in, Cooper Randall and Mason Costello stepping up more as well. But, man, he still has the ability to go off like we're seeing tonight.
But you and I talked about supporting cast, and we talked about that game last time. As Costello is back the other way, he'll lay it up and in. Supporting cast was big because Cade Kelderman dropped 30 that last time these two teams met, and that was one of the big reasons they won. Littlefield doing the same. 61-43, the lead is back to 18. Kelderman loses it on the way up. Here come the Warriors.
And it's been a very good second half for Northwest at stretches, but it's been the consistency of Waukee. Anytime they get punched, they come back fighting. You get knocked down, you get back up.
Manning gets called on the foul. He's got 4.
That is his 4th. Team foul number 5.
And Waukee will throw in with Littlefield here by the Waukee bench with 4:25 to go here in the 4th quarter.
And it's interesting. Manning picks up the 4th foul, but Andrew Coase is the one they take out.
Yeah. Manning is aggressive, and he can hit shots when it matters. There's Randall. Gets it down to Ballou. Now they send a double toward Omaha. He'll go full court to Costello. Still 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Costello, baseline, floater goes.
Mason Costello has played a great game tonight as well. Another member of this supporting staff picking up the pace a little bit.
Manning got back quick because Costello made the shot. So Manning grabs back a quick 2. Ball tossed up in the air. Somebody's open. Littlefield over to Ballou in the corner. Omaha one-on-one on Sanford. That's an offensive foul. It's Ballou's 3rd. He has stayed out of foul trouble tonight for the most part compared to that game back on December 6th. A 4th foul. Okay, well, he's in some foul trouble. Oh, guess what? Here comes not the towel, but here comes the mop to clean. It's been a struggle tonight. But if you're, this time it's the official, but if you're a towel boy or a mop guy, it's a good night for you.
This has been the most moist basketball court I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, and we are not dealing with any condensation issues. The first thing I thought was that maybe the ceiling was dripping. We didn't get a ton of snow the last couple days, but definitely been icy, that's for sure. Clock starts. Here's Sam Johnson. Haven't seen or called his name a ton tonight. Manning for 3. Off back iron. Kelderman with the rebound. We'll go back up top. Sanford in the corner for 3. No. Costello with the rebound. And now a jump ball. No. Foul on Grant Tigas.
That'll be number 4 on him.
And that will be the 5th foul for Waukee. 6th foul for Waukee Northwest this half. 1 away from the bonus is Waukee.
Team foul number 6.
A couple Northwest fans starting to head for the exits with 3:18 remaining. As tonight has just been a dominant showing by Waukee, and that's going to be a foul on Sanford, I assume.
If it is, that'll be number 4 on him,
so
and it is going against him.
4 on Price. Price has still had a good night. I mean, 21 points. A little quiet. He only had 6 in the first, but he's definitely picked it up in the third and got things interesting.
The big thing, though, is that run came without Omaha Blue on the floor.
Yeah, yep.
And this strategy that we've seen from Waukee tonight, very reminiscent of what we saw from Cedar Rapids Kennedy in the state tournament, is we're going to throw our heavy hitter defensive players at your 2 best players. Go out and try and overcome that.
Blue can't get the front end of the 1-and-1. Lead remains an 18-point advantage for Waukee. So it'd be one of the lower scoring games Northwest has had all season. Manning all the way up and under, can't go. Actually, this might be the lowest scoring. I'm not going to go check back, or I can't look right away, but got to give credit to Waukee's defense. Costello down low, off glass and good. Sanford had to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Didn't jump. The lead is 20. Largest lead of the game. Kelderman all the way, off glass, no. That has been the tail of the tape tonight. Full court pass to Ballou, and Sanford picks it off. Good job by Sanford to bob a little bit. Manning for 3. Won't go. Sanford tries his luck, and that just cannot go. Struggling night.
I think it's a 3-point shooting. Northwest is a team that gets almost half their offense at times from the 3-point line, and they've hit 3 or 4 threes tonight.
It's been one of those nights, that is for sure. 20-point lead. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondAuto.com.
We are back on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee leads Waukee Northwest 65-45. A very impressive night overall by Waukee. Looking to grab their first win over Waukee Northwest in this rivalry. Coming into tonight, the Wolves had won 2 straight, the first 2 matches these two had faced. As the students for Northwest continue to make their way out. A lot of dedication, though. They were in line before the doors opened, about an hour before the doors opened, trying to get into this arena. And no matter what, tonight, an incredible atmosphere for this game. While it won't quite have the result that it did the first time these two teams met, there's an over and back on Ballou. I don't know about you, but I really hope these guys meet at Wells Fargo in a couple months.
Yeah, and whether it's a state championship game
Something.
or any round, we're going to see an exciting matchup. I just want to see the crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched the entire game. As long as I see the crowd.
Costello with the steal, dunks it on the other end. Everybody's getting up tonight. Kelderman back the other way, good response. 67-47, 141 to go.
Every time I go to talk about Costello, I want to call him Elvis. For Elvis Costello.
Ballou on the board. I thought they were going to go back to Piper. Now it's a dunk fest.
When your opposing team has more dunks than you do threes, but when your opposing team has more, I'm going to say has more dunks than you have points off threes, close to this point.
Well, this place is about to explode. Take a look at the replay. I don't think there was a timeout. I think there was a sideline warning. There's the dunk by Mason Costello. Yeah, I don't think it was a time. I mean, they're going to clean the floor here, but I don't think a timeout was called. I think there either a warning or possibly a tech was given to Waukee's side. And Cade Littlefield yelled at the team. He's like, calm down. Wow. 69-50, 120 to go. And with this pressing, leave chances for wide open guys. Here comes Omaha Blue. Look out, Blue!
Nasty. Absolute filth.
Foul on the other end. But he shows his jersey because he's one of the top players in the state, and he just showed why. Omaha Blue, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at the replay. The dunk contest in the NBA isn't for another couple months, but why not have one here?
Filth.
Unbelievable. Sometimes you just got to sit back and enjoy. Kelderman to the line, sinks his first.
And it's just really crazy to think if Omaha had decided to come to Northwest.
How much would it change? It's probably the biggest what if. He takes a bow. Omaha Blue. What a night.
Standing ovation as he leaves the floor.
They got him for 21, I think. I'll check mine.
I also have him at 21.
Okay. There we go, 21.
And the crazy part, too, is that he had an Omaha Blue game.
Yeah, he did.
But it's been everyone else that has also stepped up. Of the 5 starters, 4 in double figures, including 15 from Cade Littlefield, 12 from Pfeiffer, which very similar to his season average. But Mason Costello and Cade Littlefield have been so good tonight.
Jaden Rogers getting in on the action. He's got a little bit of a dunk there. Kelderman back outside to Tigges. Andrew Coase for 3. Won't go. Foul on Henry Manning. He will foul out. And the Waukee crowd can feel it. The Warriors are going to defeat the Wolves for the first time in the rivalry's history. In one of the biggest crowds we have ever seen, one of the best crowds we have ever seen, one of the best atmospheres the state has ever seen. What a night for Iowa high school basketball in general, both the girls' side and the boys' side. What a win for Coach Kanaski and his team.
And I think one of the arguments for Northwest and Waukee as the best rivalry in the state currently is because they're so fresh.
Yeah.
These players were playing together 2 years ago.
They were. And I think that makes it even sweeter for some of these kids.
And now, number 14,
Mason Costello checks out. What a night for him. He finishes with 10 here in the fourth quarter, 15 overall. Here's Sanford. Gave it his all tonight. He'll go to the basket. Layup is good for him. 18 seconds to go. That one's knocked out of bounds. Price is fighting to the last buzzer sounds. The rally towels are out and going. There is going to be a celebration on the east side of Waukee tonight. There's a layup on the other end, up and good by Evan Jacobson. Civil War 3.0 is going to go to the Warriors. Waukee defeats Waukee Northwest. 77-55 is your final score. What a game. We will take a break. We'll come back, wrap up all of our thoughts. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
A great night of basketball in
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond Certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French here with you to wrap up a night of basketball that we will not forget. Once again, the rivalry lives up to the hype. Waukee defeats Waukee Northwest 77-53. A resounding victory for Waukee in Omaha Blue. We'll take a look at his dunk that everybody's going to be looking at here as the night goes on. In the final minutes, breaks away in between the legs. Probably one of the best dunks we've probably ever seen at the Iowa high school level. Omaha finishes with 21 points. Bryce Sanford comes up short in the losing effort, 26 points. Tyler, tonight it was Waukee really hit shots. Northwest just off tonight for the most part. Only 4 guys scored for Northwest. Just couldn't quite do it tonight.
4 guys score for Northwest. 4 guys are in double figures on the other side for Waukee. I will say it's a 22-point loss for Northwest. Waukee is not 22 points better than Northwest. It really goes to show how impressive they were tonight, Fall Knights. And Northwest, you come back, you hit shots. This is a very different game, and I'm excited for a potential round 3 as we get close to the conclusion of this season. And I think both these teams, I think, are going to make a run to the state tournament. There's so much talent between these two squads.
I speak for everyone when I think we all would like to see round 3, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to see round 3 at Wells Fargo for a state championship here in Class 4A. What a night. What a night. Want to give a...
I was going to say, I will say, I think other teams also want to see a rematch in the state tournament, just not in the state championship, because then you're taking out either Waukee or Northwest.
Someone's going out, that would be sure. Want to thank everyone on our production crew tonight. Unbelievable job. Randy, our producer, Rachel on the floor, Reese on the floor, Justin running camera, or Reese up here, Justin on the floor. Want to appreciate everyone for watching tonight on the Central Iowa Sports Network. What a night of basketball. We're going to wrap it up from here. Waukee defeats Waukee Northwest. 77-53 is your final score. He's Tyler French. I'm Blake Walker. Thank you for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.